The Jets acquired quarterback Geno Smith from the Raiders today. The Lions are getting running back Isaiah Pacheco of Kansas City. The Patriots will sign wide receiver Romeo Doubs, formerly of Green Bay. The World Baseball Classic continues in Houston tonight with Team USA on FS1 against Italy to end group play for the Americans, who are 3-0. Italy's finale is Wednesday against Mexico. Quarterfinal likely for the U.S. this weekend in Houston. Japan now 4-0 and coming to the States after shutting out winless Czechia 9-0 with 9 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Met shortstop Francisco Lindor thinks he'll be ready for opening day after playing some defense in a minor league game today. He had hand surgery a month ago. In the NBA, Tyler Hero of the Heat out for the home game against Washington with a sore quad. Philadelphia All-Star Tyrese Maxey with a finger injury. We reevaluated in 3 weeks.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
It is the Odd Couple indeed. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, SiriusXM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live
Do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks for writing it. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on this Trash Talking Tuesday. Your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports, and we will not, N-O-T, interrupt you. And that being the case, you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Aaron Maller.
On the planet.
Richard Covino.
On the planet.
Martin and Ronci.
On the planet.
Dan Byer and the Danettes.
The Danettes.
On the planet. There you go.
There you go.
Sorry about
Got
at
it
least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben.
No, we jumped the gun. Apologize.
Aaron Maller. You guys are crazy. Come on. Would you stop with
Kelvin! Aaron! It's Aaron!
Kelvin!
She's right here! You cut through the whole party.
You never met her.
Before I heard you, all I heard was, all I hear next, Kelvin! Aaron! Oh, God, what a woman. Oh, she's so good. She's the best. Oh, my gosh. Aaron, been so lucky. That's all I heard for the next I'd reconsider marriage.
Oh, stop it. There
do
we
you
go
have
now.
a sister?
Wow.
Rob G, but she has to be identical. She has to be exactly like you.
Nobody can ever be identical to Aaron.
And there we
I'm
go.
just saying. What?
You know how Kanye and Kim broke up and he got another Kim-looking girl? I'd do that if Aaron was out there.
Unbelievable. Hey, write it down. Committed to memory. 877-99 on Fox for you laymen out there. It's 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
That's right. And if you hear feedback on a line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
That's right. With all that said, always remember...
We gonna always something. Sweet beady, Trash Talking Tuesday, yeah.
That's right.
Yay.
Thank you, LeBron.
Yay.
All right, let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin
Washington.
Sup, bruh? Feeling good? Trash Talking Tuesday. We got a lot to talk about. NFL, NBA. We got some good games coming on today.
I wonder if anybody's going to call in and trash the Pistons because they went from going to the NBA Finals. You know, you guys all did the Detroit basketball. Rob G got on everything.
Tell him what it is, Alex.
Right?
Why are you talking smack, Rob?
Just because we had a bad few days. Detroit basketball. You know Rip Hamilton. Yes, sir.
Look at these clowns.
Chauncey Billups.
You living in the 2004s.
Rob,
the Palace Prince. Tayshaun Prince.
You living in 2004.
Whatever. You was there with your glizzy in your mouth, loving that era.
Wow.
Don't stop. Am I telling facts?
I had a glizzy
Give me your
in my
phone right now.
mouth.
See if you're not already texting Joe Dumars today. Hey, Joe. What a time we had. It was so fun. What do you always tell me? What do you always tell me? Man, I didn't miss a game during that era.
I was in there every night.
Every night.
They were all jealous too, Alex, because I was in the, the suite with Matt Millen, Marty Morningwig, Joe D.
Yeah, it was a time.
It was a time.
And now you was in there with goosebumps, Rob.
It was.
We need you to relive that present day.
No, we're not doing all that. All right.
I did pull out.
Thank you. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer. Blood Mexican is. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Elijah.
Never heard of him.
Our social media guru. The Odd Couple in full effect on this Trash Talking Tuesday.
Elijah had 28 days. Alex gave him Black History Month. Now he don't know him again. See how you do?
Who? That's how he does it.
See how he
Racist.
do?
All right, and when the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief this winter. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains. And I do want to report that I am down to 223 pounds, 8 pounds in the first
8 days.
8 days.
Look at you, a pound a day.
Alex, not bad.
That's not
That's
bad
impressive.
at all.
To start. You know what? I got work to do. Don't get me
Were
wrong.
you hangry? Is that why you were? Was it Magic City or you were hangry yesterday?
No, I'm not hungry.
Not today, but yesterday.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
And you know what? I guess this is a thing for everybody.
What's that?
When I don't have food, I just don't feel right. I don't feel right.
Boy, that is the intro to my 600-pound life. Ain't it, Alex Rob?
Oh, my gosh.
Rob Parker was once 170 pounds.
Oh, God.
But then, and they cut to your testimonial, I
don't feel the same.
when I don't have food, I don't feel right. Then you get to see Dr. No. Rob, you cannot eat anymore.
No food today?
And then I bite into some baked chicken, and I turn into a different person.
Oh, this is Rob,
that's where
Elijah
I'm at.
HRU. This is the intro to 600-pound life. I need this ASAP. And to put 600-pound life ahead of, and I need a picture of Dr. No mad as heck. Robert, I told you must lose 70 pounds next time I see you. You only lost 11.
Okay, get up on the scale, you pig.
He'd be so mad at the people. They'll be like, Sarah's coming in at 612 pounds. He was like, you got to get down to 530. 2 months later, she's at 680. He'd be so mad. I tried. I swear, doctor. He'd be so mad at them people.
Crazy. All right, Rob G.
Not that I watched that show or anything.
No, not at all. Rob G, we got news with your New York Jetropolitans, and they shook up the NFL America today.
Yeah, you picked the Jets one time, Austin. They're your Jetropolitans.
They are your
so
Jetropolitans.
It's kind of tough. Yeah, tough scene if you're a Jets fan. Apologies to the late, great Jason Smith. He's no longer with us. The Las Vegas Raiders are sending Geno Smith and a 2026 7th rounder to the New York Jetropolitans for a 6th-round pick. Basically, to get Geno Smith that cost them 20 slots in the upcoming NFL draft. According to ESPN Adam Schefter, Geno Smith will already be earmarked to be the QB1 in New York. Justin Fields out, Geno Smith in, reclaiming the starting gig he had back in 2015.
All right, I'm going to make this. I'm not going to pussyfoot around this.
Oh, my.
Aaron Glenn, hello. Is this on?
It's on. We got you.
Today, Aaron Glenn signed his own death certificate. I'm not going to mince words. He will not finish the 2026 football NFL season as Jets head coach. It's a wrap. What are you doing? Here we go again. Last year, you brought in Justin Fields, told us how he was the hardest quarterback to game plan for, and how great they gave him a 2-year contract. People around the NFL and front offices, they laughed in your face. That's your evaluation of a quarterback? And now you go out and get the worst quarterback in the NFL. Geno Smith, Geno Pizza for all that. And the pizza's not good when it's warmed up. It's awful. You're bringing back the same guy who brings nightmares to the Jets fan base. That guy was there, 2013 until 2015, until he got his jaw knocked off. That's when he left the team. All he did was drown in a sea of losses. What is this organization doing? And what is Aaron Glenn doing? He had absolutely the worst first year as a head coach. He was awful. He was so bad that they fired everybody else, everybody that he brought in when he took the job, and he got to stay. And now they got rid of the quarterback that he brought in Justin Fields. Really, Jets? Really, Woody Johnson? Really? Aaron Glenn is dead to me. You hear me? He is dead to me. The NFL now only has one black head coach. He's in Tampa Bay. My God. That's all I can say.
Mic drop. Ooh, and you hungry? That's why you really came with it. Listen, Aaron Glenn, I figured it out. Told Rob G this earlier. Aaron Glenn wants to be the defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions again. And he is doing anything he can, self-sabotaging, to get back to that role. Because nothing else makes sense, Rob. Nothing else makes sense. You get there, you tell Aaron Rodgers, do us a favor. Come on all the way out here to New York. Fly out here. Okay, cool. Let me go meet the new coach. Get out. You tell Aaron Rodgers to get out. Flew him all the way out there to tell him we don't want you anymore. And then you start the season. You go get Justin Fields. You give him a bunch of money. And if that was your choice, great. But now you're not sticking with it. Now you're getting rid of him. You have to pay him, still have to pay him the money. It's guaranteed money. And now you go out and get Geno back, as you mentioned, back to the Jets, where that was PTSD for Jets fans. And I would imagine for Geno as well. It wasn't as if it was a great situation for him. And if Justin Fields doesn't work there, what makes you think Geno's going to work there? Geno didn't work with the Raiders, where he went with this head coach, Pete Carroll. That was supposed to be the tandem that revitalized the Raider Nation, and it didn't work there. So if it didn't work with his previous coach, who knows him and understands him and had his best years as a pro, who he was with when he was with Pete Carroll, why is he going to work now all of a sudden with the Jets? And Aaron Glenn blames everyone else. Everyone else can get fired. Everyone else can go. 7 coordinators, 8 if you include Steve Wilkins. Steve Wilkes. Everybody can go except him. And so everyone else is the issue. When you were a former defensive back, you're a defensive side of the ball coach, and your entire defense for the first time in the modern era doesn't get even an accidental tip pass interception. So Aaron Glenn, at this point, I'm convinced he's like, what else can I do to make this go horribly wrong so then I can go and be back with the Lions and hopefully try to, rekindle that old thing back. Because none of this makes sense. None of this advances your team. None of this makes the Jets better now or in the future. You have new coaches again. You went and got Geno, who's playing poorly, who leads the league in interceptions at 32 in the last 2 years, and that's the guy you're bringing back. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense, and I truly mean this. I hate to see this because you said it, but it's the truth. We have, 2 black coaches right now? 3. We have 3 black coaches right now.
I was wrong. I'm sorry. I missed one.
Yes. We have D'Amico Ryans, who's a bunch of success, obviously, out there in Houston. But we have 3 headback coaches, black coaches, and I'm serious when I say we might be 3 weeks into the season where we're now down to 2. You know what I mean? If they get demolished 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row, we might only have 2. And we're basically at the point, if not worse, than when the Rooney Rule was even created. So I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing, and I don't know what Aaron Glenn's doing. You go get Geno as if you go, yeah. In fact, the Raiders, to me, win by that because they got to get rid of him, and now they can, and they're fan, and because obviously they're about
still
to
got to pay, right?
Yeah, well, they're about to get Mendoza, so for them, they get rid of him. They don't have to do it, and they get to move on, fresh start. And they got, no offense to Geno, but they got rid of some trash. And he goes back to the Jets, and Jet fans, that's what you get. That's your 2026 campaign right there.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. We want to hear from you because I'm another thing. Yesterday, Magic City canceled, and now the Jets, here they are, turning back the clock to when they were garbage. Like I just don't even understand it. Like, it's not like a glory day. Like, he was great. Oh, we're bringing back a hero back to the team, and he's going to finish out his career here where he had success. That's not what's happening.
He was awful. We thought he'd never start again, and he got it right for a couple of years. Was horrible the last couple, and now they're going back. And that's what you have to look forward to, Jets.
Do you think Aaron Glenn's jaw should be? Oh no, I'm saying that's not the tease. No, 877-99.
Jets fans' jaws dropped when they read that.
Hey yo,
they scratched their eyes like, well, I'm sorry. What does this say?
Is Aaron Glenn trying to self-sabotage himself? Will he even make it to the end of the 2026 season? I'm telling you, he signed his own death certificate today with this move. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, where we provide insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio, so you know what you need to do.
What's that?
Stick and stay.
To hear the new intro to My 600-Pound Life for Ron Parker in the US of A.
Talking about. Talking about.
What? All my friends.
Rob G, Alex, I could only imagine how Rob would feel if he would bought his ticket to this game.
Because you remember, I can't go because of
the
jury duty.
Yeah.
I was going to go to Atlanta, and I got jury duty on Monday. I don't know if they're going to select me or not, but I'm going to tell you, my heart was broken when I heard the news today that Magic City Monday was officially canceled by that weasel NBA commissioner, Adam Silver. The killjoy, the guy who doesn't care about the Atlanta community and the institutions that make that city what it is.
Y'all in this
My heart
word.
bleeds to all the people who bought hoodies, who bought tickets, who were looking to have Lou Williams lemon pepper wings,
honey barbecue,
and all that, who were ready for this. They didn't have people who were like, I'm not buying tickets to that. I'm not taking part to this chicanery and deviltry or whatever you want to call it. Instead, read the room, Adam Silver. The only people who didn't care about it or didn't want it, weren't it from Atlanta. They always sticking their nose in Atlanta business. This ain't no NBA event.
Says the person who's in L.A.
This is the person. This is the Atlanta. This was an Atlanta event. Sometimes you do special things in special cities for people because you know how it resonates with people. How dare you take this away from the people of Atlanta? I'm sick to my stomach. If I could talk to Adam Silver right now,
I have a feeling what you would say. Can I tell you what you would say?
It would not be pretty.
Tell him, Alex. You would say, what would the five fingers say to the face?
What did the five fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
I think you would slap Adam Silver right now.
Slap!
I can't believe how upset you are. Here's the best part. The best part is, Elijah, put the camera on me. My partner is really sad, y'all. Like, not tongue-in-cheek, I'm doing this for radio, hamming it up sad. He's been in a mood all day. I didn't want to call him out. It has been 2 hours and 5 minutes of you not being the same. First, I was wondering if it was your bad scrimps, messed your stomach up or something.
No,
it is good. You upset that you can't go. First of all, you couldn't go, but because of jury duty. But that this won't. You're so mad. You're mad for the people who were even going to go.
Yes, because
that
they
you can
bought
live
tickets.
vicariously through them.
They sold out. I wanted a hoodie.
Now, let's go a little further into this. This is what I was telling you. I've been to Atlanta a gazillion times. My sister lives in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Lord willing, I live another 50 years, but if I never live in Atlanta, I'll be shocked because you couldn't have told 20-year ago Kelvin that he would never live in Atlanta. I know what Magic City is. I know what it means to people. I know what that whole lifestyle, not even just Magic City. You got all of the other clubs like that, what it means to them out there. However, Rob, this is what I was telling you. The NBA is a massive corporation, billions and billions of dollars that's tied to other massive corporations, whether it be soda companies and pop companies and candy and chips and, Ford and all this other stuff. And again, my whole thing was, I'm not shocked Atlanta wanted to do this. I'm not shocked the Hawks wanted to do this and went ahead. I kept telling you I was shocked the NBA was okay with them doing this. Not Magic City saying we're going to have an Atlanta Hawk night. The Atlanta Hawks saying we're going to have a Magic City night because, again, while you're okay and other people okay, and if that's what you want to do, more power to you, go to the strip club. You ask your prerogative. The difference is you're tying it to the NBA, and that's why I was shocked that it was happening. Not shocked that the Hawks would want to do it or that at the city of Atlanta, more shocked that the NBA would be okay with the linking and the correlating the two and tying them together. That's what shocked me, Rob.
Can I give you this?
Yes.
My NBA CWPFs, you know what that stands for, Rob G and Alex? CWPFs.
Pizza-ish. PS.
Rob G.
What you think, Rob?
Come on.
I can't think.
Alex, CWPF. CWPF.
Close, warm, personal friends?
Yes, there you
okay.
go. Rob G is the winner. My NBA CWPF.
Uh-huh.
Can I read you what I got?
Yeah, I want to know.
Horrible public relations by the NBA to cave. 100%. Never should have got to the stage of this without the league at least signing off on something of this magnitude. I don't believe that people are doing their own thing and the NBA doesn't know anything going on.
This is why I don't agree with this. This is what I was telling you.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
And here's number 2. For my CWPF.
Mm-hmm.
The league probably had no real position on it until all the pushback started, and then that's when the league got involved.
Fox Sports Radio, it's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Trash Talking Tuesday, which, of course, your chance to trash anybody coming up next hour. Looking forward to that. Ephraim Salaam joining us in about 5 minutes or so. Be sure to check out the YouTube channel. We always talk about it. Elijah's got us up looking good right now. Go check it out. If you do, all you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR. Go search it there, and then you can like it, subscribe, share, join in the comments, the Odd Mob, YouTubians. Rob G will read some throughout the show as well. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Listen, Aaron Glenn, essentially you say death certificate, I say sabotage, and he wants to go back to Detroit because none of this makes sense. Bringing back Geno Smith, who was there a decade or so ago.
I hate to break it to you, they have a defensive coordinator.
I know, I love him. Okay. Kelvin, what's his last name? Shepard, Kelvin Shepard. I believe it's Kelvin Shepard, I believe. Really good. I don't think he'll be there long either. But my point is, Aaron Glenn, bringing back Geno, I don't know what he's doing. Fired all of his assistant coaches. We have no idea what's going on. Maybe you do. Maybe you're optimistic. Maybe you see the future. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Let's go with Reese in Lexington, Kentucky. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Reese?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing this evening?
Doing well,
great.
buddy.
Man, Roger Goodell, he needs to block this trade.
What, in the David Stern?
I mean, yeah, pull up, yeah. I mean, think about the fan base. I don't care nothing about the Jets.
Right.
But imagine going out to when the first game of the season, walking in there and seeing Geno Smith get behind center after everything that they've been through. I mean, that's a smack in the face of your fan base. And, man, that's just a lot of money to go back and watch something that happened 10 years ago. A joke.
And to Rob's point, it ain't like you're going back to watch, Gone with the Wind or The Matrix or Godfather, meaning going back to watch something good. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this felt warm and fuzzy. It was bad. We thought Geno couldn't play in the NFL because of what was happening with the Jets.
Unbelievable. How about Jordan in D.C.? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jordan?
Oh, what's up, Rob and Kelvin? How you guys doing?
What up, Jay? All good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I don't know what the Jets are doing, man. I feel like the NFL more than any other sport does a good job of selling their fans hope because of how much turnover it is year after year.
Right.
I'm like the last caller. How if you're a Jets fan, how can you seriously be hopeful that we could possibly be a better team next year with bringing the Geno?
Jordan, can you imagine going to your laptop, going to their payment portal, putting your credit card number in for season tickets? I'm dead serious.
Hey, babe, hear me out. I'm about to spend $7,000, but
that game.
What'd you say?
I said I wouldn't even want to work media for that game.
Right.
Man, you know it's so bad because Jordan said you're supposed to be in honor of Reverend Jesse Jackson. You're supposed to be keep hope alive. Jets fans, they have no hope, Rob. How you don't have hope in March? This is when the hope builds up. You got the free agency, you got draft picks, you're feeling good, trades and all that good stuff.
Terrible.
How do you don't have hope on March 10th? His hope is gone.
All right. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate it. What about Big Lou? He loves the Jets, too, from the Bronx. What's up, Big Lou? I'm shocked at your take here that I think you're going to deliver. What's up?
Rob, I'm only 4 months older than you. And like Jesse said, keep hope alive.
Okay.
You know what? I'm keeping hope alive because I know Geno Smith is going to be ducking those lefts and rights. And he will not have his jaw broken again. Listen, the Jets have done some really good things in the last 48 hours. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team. I'm not that delusional. But I still have that glimmer of hope, being a man of faith, that Geno will be better. It has to be better than what was there the last 2 years.
Let me ask you this, Big Lou. Aaron Glenn, he convinced you that he's going to be a head coach in the NFL because he had an awful year. He fired everybody that he hired. Not that was there
from the previous regime.
Everybody that he hired, Big Lou, he's the one who told you that Justin Fields was their quarterback. Everybody in the league laughed at the Jets when they gave him a 2-year contract for that amount of money. I just read a story. He wants to be a missionary. I get it. Why his heart might not be in football. It just really might not be. And Big Lou, you're giving him the benefit of the doubt?
Listen, being a long-time suffering Jets fan, I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I read that also. I really don't believe that Justin's heart is really
in football.
No, we said that a couple times.
Yeah.
The way he answered some questions, Lou. Big Lou, appreciate it. He answered some questions where
he has to find his own way. But I have to. Please, I hate to see another.
Hey, and nothing else you can do.
No, ain't nothing you can do. But you know what? You can keep the faith.
No, I was going to say Justin Fields, which is fine, and you even said it. We both didn't like. Remember his comment about, at the end of the day, none of this matters or whatever. And that's, dude, I get it. Sports is not the end all be all in life. But when you're paid handsomely to be a quarterback for a team, that's not what fans want to hear.
No.
That this doesn't matter and whatnot. You know what I mean?
That can't be response because as a quarterback, we're going to have tough losses. We're going to have tough patches of stretches of the season. And I'm going to play bad poorly. And it can't be that so drastic of like, it don't matter. All that matters is faith and Tim. It's like, dude, we just lost a game. It shouldn't we're going to win some. We're going to lose some. And it can't be that drastic every single time. Otherwise, it's going to be so much of an emotional turnaround. You know what I mean? If you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Ephraim Salaam on the way right after trending with Steve DeSager.
Hello, USA Baseball back on the diamond. Hey, they're in Houston tonight at the World Baseball Classic. 9 p.m. Eastern time start on FS1 against Italy to end group play. The Americans 3-0 in the tournament so far. Italy's finale is Wednesday against Mexico. U.S. should be in a quarterfinal in Houston this weekend. Japan now 4-0 and coming to the States to continue the tournament after this morning our time, shutting out winless Czechia 9-0 with 9 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Met shortstop Francisco Lindor thinks he'll be ready for opening day. He played a little defense in a minor league game today. Lindor had hand surgery a month ago. Diamondbacks outfielder Corbin Carroll will make his spring debut on Wednesday after hand surgery. Reds pitcher Hunter Green will have elbow surgery. He's expected to be out until July. It'll be an arthroscopic procedure on Wednesday. In the NBA, Philadelphia is underway hosting Memphis, but Philly All-Star Tyrese Maxey is out again with a finger injury. He'll reportedly not be reevaluated for another 3 weeks. Atlanta, winners of 6 straight, hosting Dallas, which has lost 7 straight. For the Hawks, Jonathan Kuminga out again with a knee injury. Miami's won 5 in a row. It is hosting Washington in just a couple of minutes. Wizards have lost 8 straight. Trae Young now with Washington out. He just returned last week from a knee injury. Tyler Hero of the Heat out tonight with a sore quad. He's the reigning player of the week in the East. And Miami's Norman Powell out again with a strained groin. His 6th straight game missed. Cavs center Jared Allen will be out again on Wednesday with a knee injury. To college hoops, a few conference finals tonight, including the late game in Vegas. West Coast Conference Championship number 12 Gonzaga against Santa Clara. First rounders in the ACC today included Pitt 64-63 over Stanford. The Jets acquired quarterback Geno Smith from the Raiders. The Lions get running back Isaiah Pacheco, ex of Kansas City. The Patriots will sign wide receiver Romeo Doubs from Green Bay to a 4-year deal. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Odd couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Still a lot to get to on the show. We got Tyrek Play of the Day on the way, Shekel City as well. Plus, we got to get you ready for a potential maybe finals preview in the NBA. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Plus all the baseball action with the WBC, Rob.
I got one question.
What's that?
Does the B in WBC stand for blowouts? I'm just asking.
Is that what we've been getting? A whole bunch of those?
What in the world?
All right, we got our man, Ephraim Salaam, joining us now, former NFL offensive lineman, Fox Sports Radio weekend host. Always good to talk to E. What up, man?
What's happening?
What's happening, brothers? How y'all doing?
Nah, we're doing good, man.
So last week we missed you, your regularly scheduled appearance. Where were you?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
What was going on?
So every year in the off season, we do an NFL career tour where between 27 to 30 players, active and former players, come out and spend a 4-day immersive with us in everything entertainment. We teach them how to direct, how to write, cinematography, produce, all of these things. So this year was a huge year, amazing. Last year was the first year we partnered with Skydance.
Oh yeah.
Then this year we partnered with Sony and then Disney Animation. So we got a chance to go and visit the Dan Fogelman's new show, The Land, on the Paramount lot. Took the guys there. They got a chance to really get immersed into that world of studio. We took them over to Disney Animation Studios. They learned how to do voiceovers and create cartoons and how long it takes. And then we do panels. We have some of the biggest directors, actors, cinematographers, writers come out and really studio heads and tell them what it takes and what they need to start working on to get into the entertainment business.
Ephraim, I love it. I just wish you guys would spend that energy on those players so that they can negotiate a good CBA against the NFL at some point.
Oh my God! I wish. Let me in the room.
Yes, you already know.
Let me in the room.
All right, hey, let's start here. The New York Jetropolitans, as we call them on this show, Geno Smith. If you're a paying customer, is it really like you're going to now send them money, thousands of dollars for your season tickets? What?
No.
What?
No.
Ephraim, is Aaron Glenn okay?
Man.
What? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. There are certain teams that do things where you scratch your head and you're like, well, they still don't get it, right? Like, so you got the Jets, of course, and the Cleveland Browns fit that category. Used to be the Oakland Raiders, but I really like what they've done in free agency so far.
Yeah, they've made some moves.
I think they're taking a page from New England last year. Remember, New England spent more money in free agency than anybody, especially early on and all the way to the Super Bowl. So they're understanding, look, we're going to take Fernandez at the first pick, right? So we're going to have a quarterback on a rookie contract for at least the next 4 years, at least. So let's spend the money and get the roster actually better, and you get the 2 first-round picks from Baltimore for Maxx Crosby. I think they're so far, and this is not even a question, but I think the Raiders are winning free agency so far.
Well, I mean, not to mention you just looked at the Pats. I mean, I think that might be the blueprint for them of when you get your guys, Drake May. Well, just you surround your young quarterback with talented pieces,
in the AFC,
and you can go from worst to first. We had 2 teams in the Super Bowl who did that. 2 teams who were able to pull it off.
Yeah, look, Rob was like, whatever.
You hear in the background, and then Bob.
Yeah. Let me see. Patrick Mahomes didn't make the playoffs. Lamar Jackson didn't make the play. I'm just saying, like, I get it. I'm not knocking it, but that if those guys were playing, I just don't think that they would have been in the Super Bowl. I really don't.
Well,
Lamar
was playing. Lamar was playing, just didn't play well.
When? They got knocked out by the Steelers.
I know, but what I'm saying is, and even with the Kansas City Chiefs were dealing with a whole bunch of other stuff, right? They were teetering even before.
I didn't pick them, so I get
Mahomes
it.
got
Yes,
hurt.
I agree.
Yeah.
Speaking of them, Kelsey coming back. Where are you on that? I know they've made some moves and they got the running back.
They got Kenneth Walker the
Kenneth
third.
Walker, as their new running back. But Kelsey coming back, a year too many, or you're cool with him coming back for last year?
I think it's value there. I think when Gronk went back and came to Tampa Bay with Tom, and they end up winning the Super Bowl, there is value there for Kelsey. Of course, he's not going to be what he's been, one of the best tight ends for the last decade or so. He's not going to be that. My question with that is he may have wanted to take a gap year just to see if Patrick Mahomes can come back healthy, because the last thing he wants to do is come back for what could be his last year, and John Smith is throwing him the ball because Patrick isn't ready yet. So I guess they're banking on Patrick Mahomes being ready to be 9 months from the time he hurt, from the time he had surgery to opening day, and I guess they're anticipating he'll be back ready to go, barring any setbacks. That's just a big, ask and gamble on Kelsey's and Kansas City Chiefs' part. If Patrick was healthy, no brainer, of course.
I wouldn't rush Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes we gonna get?
Right, I wouldn't rush him back because that could have ramifications for long term.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
You're absolutely right.
It just makes you think, how many conversations has he had? Has Patrick told him, man, I'll be back. Trust me, I'm good. I'm ahead of schedule. Go ahead.
We don't know that as players. I've always, when we get hurt, we like, I'm coming back.
Right.
And then reality hits, and now you're like, well, I need 2 more months.
You remember when Kevin Durant went and played when everybody told him, what are you doing?
Yeah, look at Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry was like, I'm coming back. And then he was like, it's going to be longer than I thought it was going to be. It's going to take a little bit longer. Like, we don't know as athletes, we're trained to just go.
Yeah. Ephraim Salaam with us here, Odd Couple Trash Talking Tuesday. I want to go to somebody. Sometimes I think you can overvalue yourself in the sense of what you were worth in free market. And Daniel Jones, I think, it looks like the reports are offering him, low 30s, and he's once 50. That's what the reports are. Me and Rob, all right, he's got to settle down. You look good first 8-9 games. You look bad the next 4.
He looked like Daniel Jones the last end of the season.
And then you get injured. So to me, he's acting like we didn't see the tape where you weren't worth 50. Like, what are we doing? We saw the tape, and the injury might have saved him from us seeing more bad tape. But where are you out on what the Colts might do? And is he just jockeying for more money, but ultimately will settle on something more reasonable?
He's going to have to settle for something more reasonable. And I think he understands that. You got to remember, Daniel Jones got paid when he wasn't supposed to get paid the first time.
Right. No, you're right.
Right. New York, and Brian Daboll, they paid him for no apparent reason. So he's been making top-end money even when his play hasn't dictated that. He understands the value of the first half of the season that he had. They're posturing right now because what he doesn't want is for them to be like, all right, we're not going to pay you that, and then him stuck trying to figure something out, and then begging for 26 or 27 or 30, opposed to I need 50. You don't need 50. You need an opportunity to continue to show the league that you can play at a high level for more than 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on that because, dude, you got paid, but you didn't need all that. You got any more? Because I got let's go one more.
Go ahead,
I got. What is the potential NBA Finals matchup? Let me talk about that. What was y'all going? I heard you tease it.
Yeah. But you set me up for another tease right there.
No, that's all right.
You're gonna have to listen off the line.
Well, no. But where are you? Were you all on the Detroit? Because everybody in the room here, they all are on the Detroit Pistons bandwagon 10 days ago, but they've all fallen off except for Kelvin.
Let me tell you who I think is going to win the NBA championship this year.
Yep.
It's the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, wow.
It's not crazy
at all. And the reason I say that is I watch all the games. Victor Wembanyama and that young core that they have. Brother, I watched him play the Rockets. It wasn't even fair. It wasn't even fair. It's a reason why OKC hates them and kids. It wasn't even fair how dominant he was on both ends of the court. As I'm thinking about a playoff series. If you have to play against that team and they're healthy in 7 games, it's no way you can come up with something offensively or defensively to stifle what he can do on both ends of the court.
No, he's incredible, and he's been playing on a historic level right now. As you mentioned, health. If they stay healthy, and really the only person who kind of maybe can negate him just with his size is Jokic, but he has been incredible lately, man. He's not even blocking shots, looking away and blocking shots.
It's not even close.
Yeah. Ephraim, appreciate you.
It's not even close.
As always,
Absolutely,
man,
brother.
no
Thank
doubt.
you.
Ephraim Salaam on X. Go give him a follow. As he mentioned there, Rob, there is a potential NBA Finals preview happening. Big game coming up in about 18 minutes.
Minute.
We'll tell you.
No.
We'll tell you who that is. Man, give me Joe Dumars' number.
They're not in the game.
We'll tell you who that is next. It is the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday, Fox Sports Radio.
Let's start here, Rob G, with free agency up and going. The Miami Dolphins decided that they wanted to go and get a new quarterback.
Yeah, they're the big movers and shakers of day one of the NFL free agency period. Not just for who they acquired, but who they let go to make it happen. The Miami Dolphins dumped Tua Tagovailoa with the post-June 1 designation, which means that they will eat an NFL record-setting $99 million dead cap over the next 2 seasons. In a corresponding move, they are adding a new quarterback, none other than former Packers backup Malik Willis, he is their new QB1, getting a 3-year, $67.5 million deal to be the starter in Miami. Tua out, Malik Willis in.
And I just have one response to them. What you talking about, Willis? What? 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 The Miami Dolphins. What are they doing? They don't know what they're doing. Really? You want to break down the stats? We talked about it last week. He threw like 26 passes downfield. Was that what it was? Like a number like
20,
that?
23,
all bubble screens
like that, yeah.
and dump offs. That's all he does. He's one of those guys who looks good for 1 or 2 or 3 games, and you're not asking him to do too much. You're paying him like you're really, where are the Dolphins going from here? Home dinner, maybe a show? Come on, man. This is crazy. And then to take a $99 million cap hit? Is that what you're doing for Malik Willis? You're going to take that cap hit and then give Malik Willis $68 million?
What you talking about, Willis?
I mean, seriously. I don't get it. Somebody explain what the game plan is in Miami, because I don't get it. Really? They're going to the playoffs? How? You're worse. I don't care how bad Tua is. You're worse with Malik Willis. Mm-hmm. You are. You can't justify it in any. You're better off getting a rookie quarterback, making no money and playing that way. I'm dead serious. He's a placeholder? What? You're not winning anything. This is no disrespect to him. He is what he is. He's been around forever. Mm-hmm. He looks good for a couple of games, Kelvin. Yeah. He does. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I like the pickup if the issue is they are spending $99 million dead cap hit. And here's the difference. The precedence was set with Russell Wilson, what the Broncos did. The only difference is the Broncos looked at themselves as, we are a very good team. And if you're Sean Payton, to his credit, they said, we have what we need. Everything around us is set up to compete. I know ownership, my bad. We're going to take a big hit, $70 million, whatever it was for Russell Wilson. But trust me, we're going to be good. We're going to be, they believe, great. And they're a handful of plays away, even with Stidham, from being to the Super Bowl. So that's to me the challenge. Right. And that's the challenge where now teams can say, well, legal, in the legal world, when the precedence is set, you say, hey, you can point to that. And so to me, that's what the Dolphins are saying. Ooh, look, we can do that. And I don't think they can because they're not built like that. You've lost players. You obviously, Tyreek Hill's gone. Now Tua's gone. And what I think they wanted to do, Rob, was get rid of the stench of that previous regime. McDaniels, Tua, Hill, some other players as well. And I think,
but that's I get that.
But you can't, to me, start by now taking $99 million cap hit and also giving a reasonable amount of money for a good quarterback, but not what you need to do. If Pittsburgh did this, we got some pieces around. We're right there. We just made the postseason. We believe he can be that guy to help us get there. Okay, I can have this argument, this conversation with you. Dolphins are going to be starting from pretty much ground zero. And now you're already taking a massive cap hit to start to build up. You've already lost some players throughout this free agency process who've signed elsewhere. You got rid of guys because you chose to. So to me, and if I'm also Malik Willis, I was telling Rob G this, is that simply the best offer? Is he just want to go like Florida and maybe no income, state income taxes? Because didn't he want to go somewhere else? Where to me, you're going to be in a better situation because you're leaving a stability.
Nobody else was paying. They paid the bad team tax.
Yeah,
he ain't crazy.
I'm just saying you're going from stability, but that's my point. Are you going to get exposed where you had stability with the Packers, right? You know the organization. They're well-run, whether they win a bunch of Super Bowls or not lately, but they're well-run. They have good pieces around there. They know what they're doing, and that allowed you to look good. He looked good. Now you're going where they're going to be looking at you like you are it. Hey, Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob, Kelvin on the Trash Talking Tuesday. 1 hour from now, we'll have that next hour. Looking forward to what you guys are cooking up. Thank you to Ephraim Salaam, who just joined us. Rob G will have that on the best of version of the podcast. You can listen to it coming up in a bit. It is now time for your Tire Rack Play of the Day.
5. SGA step back 3. He's got it! 2.7 left. OKC by 3. Gordon the heave. No! And on a night that he ties Wilt Chamberlain.
That is your Tire Rack Play of the Day. NBC Sports right there. And, of course, Tire Rack is bringing you for over 40 years. They've been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by Free Road Hazard Protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. And now, Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
All right, how'd you do?
Another day of 2-1.
Okay.
You ready? 67 and 43.
Hey, yo!
You balling,
You
man.
hear me? 67
Ballin'.
and 43.
Whoop-de-damn-do.
Thank you, DC. You cannot
He sounded 70 years old when he said
poo-poo that.
He was like 26.
Whoop-de-damn-do.
Whoop-de-damn-do. They
That's
said,
somebody's grandfather.
They asked him about that.
I raked the leaves, Granddaddy.
Whoop-de-damn-do.
I did all my homework.
Whoop-de-damn-do.
I did all my chores.
Whoop-de-damn-do.
I'll go do some more. That sounds like what he's about to say next.
Unbelievable. All right, here we go. Charlotte Hornets -3.5. They are in Portland. Taking on the Trailblazers.
They worry me. And then whoever that first round matchup, you get Charlotte early.
Houston Rockets -4.5. They are hosting the Toronto Raptors in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And the Phoenix Suns -1.5. They're in Milwaukee taking on the Bucks. So again, Phoenix -1.5. Houston -4.5. And Charlotte -3.5. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on. And I know we're going to do
The game.
the game
Coming up, yeah.
tonight as a preview.
Yeah.
Right.
The Spurs, man, we were just talking about with Ephraim. I mean, they look incredible. They're 47 and 17. But you got to give some love to the Celtics. And they've been just hanging around. Big credit. We had a conversation about it. Jaylen Brown did exactly what he wanted to do. If he wanted to tell people, I'm not just a guy, I'm not just a throw-in. What he did was lead a team that was without, quote-unquote, their best
MVP.
player.
I mean, I know.
But, everybody, just the team could have fallen off. And instead of falling off, they're sitting here as we speak, 2.5 games behind first place in the entire Eastern Conference. Not like they're hanging around at 6-7 and Jason Tatum. It's going to be tough, bro. It'll be really tough.
Their ending schedule, like their last 8 or 10 games, is really tough.
I gotta look at the schedule.
Yeah, you should take a look at it.
But we got this could be a potential. I mean, there's the best thing about this as we talk about Spurs Celtics here, big game tonight.
I don't have the Spurs coming out as good as they are and young. I just that's a huge leap. It's just a huge leap, and I don't believe that they can make that leap. It's the same that I had with the Pistons. I think that's a huge leap to get to the finals. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to raise my hand.
It'll be interesting. We always say this in sports, especially in the NBA, matchups, in boxing obviously too, but matchups matter. That's going to be this year in the playoffs to me.
But even think about the Timberwolves when Ant became this thing and they got this team together and they had Karl Anthony Towns was on that team and everybody was ready to put them in the finals. Do you remember that, Rob G? Am I wrong? Right? Everybody crowned them. Oh, yeah. He's going to be the face of the league. He's Michael Jordan. Oh, they're going to the finals, and they got their butts beat.
Yeah,
seriously.
And they're right there. No, I'm not mad at you. They're right there in the mix of things. They just don't have that extra punch to me. That thing to kind of get them, over the hump. Because they're third right now. I mean, they're sitting there third in now it's a massive leap between second and third in the Western Conference. So please don't get it twisted. The Spurs are second at 47 and 17, and the Timberwolves are 40 and 24. So don't get it twisted. But my point is, Timberwolves are right there. They just don't have that. I think the Spurs have that extra level, that extra,
I just think they're young and they haven't been there yet, and I think it's really.
But who
hard.
beats them in the 7? I mean, the Thunder. They're still my pick to win.
They could get beat. I mean, come on, the Thunder almost got beat by Denver in 7 games. I mean, I'm not sitting here unless you're showing me that they're going to win every single game and they can't lose. They can lose. They can have a bad game. They can have a couple of bad games. I just think experience matters when you're climbing that ladder.
So the only team, so you got the Thunder or the Nuggets, basically.
No,
We're talking about experience.
Yeah, those two, but not the Spurs.
We are Fox Sports.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Breaking news from the NFL. A Raiders press release says the Baltimore Ravens have backed out of our trade agreement for Maxx Crosby. We will have no further comment at this time, end quote. The Jets acquired quarterback Geno Smith for the Raiders for cash and a late-round swap of draft choices. The Lions get running back Isaiah Pacheco, ex of Kansas City. The Chiefs are getting running back Kenneth Walker officially this week. Detroit had traded David Montgomery to Houston. The Patriots will sign wide receiver Romeo Doubs from Green Bay to a 4-year deal. Offensive lineman Elgton Jenkins, cut by the Packers, goes to Cleveland. Houston gave kicker Kaimi Fairbairn a 2-year extension worth $13 million. The Texans acquired punter Kai Kroger from New Orleans. The Dolphins signed kicker Zane Gonzalez. The Giants get kicker Jason Sanders. USA Baseball in Houston again tonight in an hour on FS1.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hey, it is the Odd Couple, hour number 2. Check out our new YouTube channel. That's right. All you need to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. That's right. Go. Odd Couple FSR. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Kelvin, before we get into anything, we do have breaking news here on Fox Sports Radio.
Breaking news from Fox Sports.
Keep in mind that the NFL's free agent negotiating window opened Monday, and all these signings and trades we've been hearing about are not official until Wednesday when the new league year begins. So imagine the shock when the Raiders moments ago come out with this press release. The Baltimore Ravens have backed out of our trade agreement for Maxx Crosby. We will have no further comment at this time, end quote. Back to you.
All right. Wow. What a shocker there, huh? Interesting.
I mean, we were just talking about how, that's yesterday we talked about the trade and how big of a move this is for him and got a shot to compete after all those years with the Raiders doing nothing. Now you're on a team that.
I mean, what's your first thought, though? My first thought is physical.
You beat me to it. It's got to be something physical.
What else could it be?
It's got to be something physical that either they felt was hidden and now they're upset. Hey, you didn't tell us he had a this.
Rob G, you could speak to this, but didn't he have an injury or something? Right, last year?
Yeah, he had surgery after the season, and that's what the impetus was between him sitting the last couple of weeks.
I mean,
maybe it's not. Yeah, he's not as far along as they were led to believe.
And maybe they're like, dude, he's not going to be ready for 6 weeks or something, and we're giving up 2 first-round picks for somebody who can't.
And it should be noted that when the news was first reported, this was on Friday right before our program started, right? During our program. Yes, correct. The trade was completed. 2026, 27 first-round picks from Baltimore to the Raiders for Maxx Crosby. The deal contingent on Crosby passing a physical, which cannot occur until the start of the new league on Wednesday. So he can't even get the physical yet. So maybe it's not a physical that caused them to break it down.
Yeah, but I can also look further into your medical history or record. First of all, we're all speculating, so let's just start there.
No. It's all speculation. So we have nothing to go on.
He can't have the physical, but maybe there's a further look into, I didn't,
maybe,
your doctor.
Maybe he doesn't want to be there. Maybe he still loves the Raiders. You don't know what the conversation is.
That's just crazy.
I mean, it sounds like that, but it could be.
That's such a massive piece to what you're doing if you're the Ravens, and we talked about this. Sometimes putting up 40 points but can't close a game out. And you have a guy like that now who can go hunt a quarterback if you're up and kind of, put a game on ice. That's a big blow if this ends up being what it is and he does not end up with the Ravens. It's a big blow. I mean, am I missing something financially, Rob G? Is there some misunderstanding of some monies?
What's his contract status?
Yeah, I mean,
was he going there expecting a new deal or something?
According to all reports, he was going to play on his current contract.
And maybe they started to have some further conversations of, I'm going to play under it, but you're going to look out for me next year. And they said, no, I don't know. This is crazy because of how big he is, what he meant to the new Raven, new look Ravens, that's a big time blow for them. Because you almost kind of.
But for them to pull the deal and say we want out of this, there's a red flag there for them because that's a win for them. Even giving up 2 first-round picks.
Oh yeah, getting a guy that's only 29 years old. Yeah,
28, 29. But people usually don't want to give up that many picks unless they have a difference maker, somebody like you said, who could close out a game and make a big sack or get a big stop at the end of a game, and that's what he can do.
He was expected to get around, we call it low 30 million for the this coming season and the following season. So I don't know if it's some type of wink deal. We're going to extend you, and then they said no, we're not, or something. I don't know. This is crazy. Yeah, this is something crazy. If you're asking me, I'm going to lean towards something physical. I'm going to lean towards he's not as far as long as he thought in his rehab. Maybe it's more severe than they thought.
It feels like it would be even though, Rob G, you say he can't have
tomorrow.
But they made a trade before the actual start of business.
Well, they can agree. All this stuff is in principle. None of this stuff is binding until they sign contracts on Wednesday. So who's to say, the big free agent deal of the offseason so far has been Tyler Linderbaum coming from the Ravens to the Raiders. Who's to say now if this trade does fall through and the Raiders are no longer getting off of $30 million of Maxx Crosby? Does this impact the free agent deals that they just made?
Yes, it does.
That's a good point. They might not have the bread.
That gave them flexibility,
right.
Rob G.
And then let's say Baltimore is like, well, now that we're not spending $30 million on Maxx Crosby, Tyler Linderbaum, we'd love to have you back.
And we'll take you for
$1 million less than what they were going to offer, whatever.
The dominoes effects of this is interesting.
Those are real because the money part that they were spending was because they were getting rid of.
You're operating under the assumption I have this money available to me, and now you very well may not, and now all of a sudden you're getting draft picks back, so maybe you use draft picks now, to something to go get somebody else. I mean.
Or you sign guys with the expectation is, hey, we'll fill our linebacker position with Kobe Dean and Quay Walker because at 14 we want to draft a receiver. So we're not going to target a receiver here because we're going to draft them here, and so on and so forth. And now both teams, and actually the whole NFL, is really thrown through a loop because it was reported on Friday that the Cowboys were right there on getting Maxx Crosby. And they had a first and a second on the table.
So now that might happen.
And the Raiders said, no, we're going to get 2 firsts from Baltimore. But if it is injury related, like you're saying, I'm not offering you a first and a second anymore from Dallas.
Well, and that's the thing you have to give up 2 first-round picks. You got to feel really good about somebody feel like they're right. We do have more breaking news. The Jets are backing out of the Geno Smith move. They actually woke up and realized, what are we doing?
I thought you were saying Aaron Glenn. I thought you were going to say keeping Aaron Glenn. That's another bad one right there. But this is really interesting because the domino effects make it even more interesting. And again, nothing is signed, sealed, delivered until tomorrow. So you wonder, do other teams say, well, I can do this, or if this is still available, hold on, such and such player that was about to sign somewhere, we'll give you something else. Yeah, historically, I'm trying to look back at something similar, but this is.
It's not that often, but it happens where people have been sent back to their teams.
Physicals. I mean, if you're going NBA, the
Lakers had
did
one
that.
with Connect, right?
Yeah, Mark Williams, the center that they were going to get,
which they needed, they actually needed, and it hurt that they didn't wind up getting him, right?
Because they ended up going with DeAndre Ayton,
and Dalton Connect never was the same.
And the same thing, the Lakers again, the Chris Paul trade.
Well,
they were trading Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol. And you recall, Lamar Odom was so distraught that they had to trade him in a separate deal somewhere else because they couldn't bring him back.
Right, he was so mad.
He was so mad, and it was so, relationships were broken over that deal. So I don't know if that's going to happen to Maxx Crosby. He claimed he wanted to be a Raider for life, but can you just say, hey, our bad? Come on back.
No, it's not. You know what? He couldn't feel that way because he was upset with the organization, right? He didn't want to be there. And if this is something physical, there's nothing that they can do.
We tried to get you to a contender.
Exactly. We got you to go play with Lamar and the whole thing and have a shot. And there's nothing we can do if your injury isn't far along.
Right. It might even be a private call. Like, look, we're trying to hire something to get you there. And they found out.
Well, but that's why a lot of trades are pending physicals.
And we do have an update. Diana Rossini of The Athletic just tweeted out a minute ago. Maxx Crosby did not pass his physical
No,
today,
that-
per sources, and as a result, the Ravens will get their first-round picks back.
But that makes total sense.
That has
It's
to
the
be
only
this.
way. And we took an educated guess. What else could it be? What else could it be? And they were like, no, we're not taking damaged goods.
And that's now interesting.
I'll give you a 7th-round pick.
And when this, to your earlier point, Rob G, the price just got more affordable for some teams. Maybe it's first.
The price of the brick went down. That never
the
happens.
price of the bricks went down.
Nobody's giving up a first-round pick if he can't pass the physical.
But maybe it's one though. Maybe I've only got to give up one. If you're, I'm making it up. If you're the Bills or something, a team that's right there. You're like, all right.
Well, you guys would know better than me, but when it comes to physicals, is it like a catch-all where like pass fail, or if it's, hey, we're okay with this but not okay with this, so in that case, we'll pass the physical under the terms of it's a first and a third, but if it's 2 firsts, we're going to fail the physical. Like, how does that even work?
No. I don't think it goes like that.
So is it a catch-all pass-fail?
I just think it's a pass-fail, and there was something there that their doctors didn't like what they
That's
saw.
the part.
And once they go back to the general manager in the front office and like, dude, he's got something in here that we see,
because,
or,
like,
you know what I mean, that we can't pass.
Every
him.
team is going to have that thing, their
Yes.
doctors, that matter to the most. It's the same thing if you have a heart ailment. It's why you go get 2 or 3 different opinions, because you go there because one's going to say, I'll just give you this medicine. Another going to say, you don't need the medicine, you got to eat better. Another's going to say this, and every team's different, and their doctors may say, hey, this right here, we're not saying he'll never play again, but we think at best he'll be 75% of what he was. Is that worth the, for a 29-year-old for 2 first-rounders for you? We're just letting you know he'll play, but the best of Maxx Crosby is gone. And now you're like, oh, hold on. I'm thinking I'm getting him for 2-3 years, the best version. And now that you got to reconsider some things. So it's not that you failed in the sense of you're never going to be playing. I mean, look at Williams in the NBA. He's playing. He played well. But it becomes what your team, doctors
but
read
it was
as.
at that time, though. You know what I mean? Like it's at that time.
Your risk. Every doctor team has a risk level, and is the risk versus reward. We believe he'll be fine, but it ain't worth all that because he'll never be the same. Or we think it's 40% likely he'll injure that again in the next year or two. You okay with that? If you're okay with that, go ahead and give it the first 2 rounds.
So does that mean then that any idea of a deal with Baltimore is dead? Like, you can't even change the terms of the deal because they have already failed the physical. Like, there's no coming back from that.
I don't know what.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I just don't, because for them to even have to go that route, Rob G, on somebody who they really wanted tells you that they can't overlook
They had never given up a first-round pick for a player in their franchise's history.
And they gave up 2.
And they gave up 2.
So now that's what I'm saying is like they're saying to themselves, if you remember, I was a kid when they never made trades in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like never. Nope, there was no such thing as a trade. Guys were on teams, they were drafted, and they played. So I don't see how they go back to this, Rob G. I don't.
If I'm Buffalo, you mentioned the Cowboys. I mean, I don't know the Steelers. I know they're cash strapped, but maybe there's a handful of teams that right there you feel like, ooh, Chargers. You're right there. Like, ooh, if we need a thing, something to get us over that hump. I'm calling. Okay. Hey, I'll give you 1 first. I'm not gonna give you 2.
So if you're the Raiders and you thought you're getting 2 first-round picks from Maxx Crosby, you have plenty of cap space. I'm sure that because none of the deals are signed yet, you can finagle the cap space however you need to if you wanted to bring him back. If you're the Raiders, does it make more sense for you to just bring him back and hopefully there's no ill will? Or do you trade him now for 70 cents on the dollar from what you thought you were going to get?
We'll tell you that next. I was just sitting there. I had to hit that layup. We'll tell you that next on an Odd Couple Trash Talking Tuesday. Stick with your boys. Fox Sports Radio.
Russell Westbrook had bad times last night after his game with the Siberia Kings, Rob G. Here we go. Take a listen to this.
You guys' job is to talk about the game, what's happening in the game, not stir up a bunch of, I don't want to cuss here because I want to get fined, but stir up a bunch of stuff that is not accurate. And that's my problem. Like, being in the league a while, I've been able to experience a lot of these times where people outside of our building, outside of the film section, outside of what we do daily, how much work we put in, that is not an easy job to do. It's not an easy job to do. And I think the respect level is that we respect y'all, we respect what y'all do. Y'all come in, y'all make y'all comments, and nobody say nothing. But I don't have to sit back and not say nothing. I've been the media is, that's been my thing and been down the road. But as a leader of this team, it's my job to speak up for the guys in the locker room. We talk about it, they see it, I hear it. Because of the comments you guys make, you got guys thinking about a whole bunch of random things that has nothing to do with the game. You guys are making false comments about our team and what we're doing here, and I don't appreciate that. So my ask is that you respect what we do and we respect what you do.
No, you don't. And you know what? I thought that was the most ridiculous rant by Russell Westbrook. It really was. Because, first of all, I would have put up my hand in the press conference, Martin. I would have said, what are you talking about? Specifics. Who said what and who said it? What are you talking about? When they asked him kind of about that, he was like, well, I'm not going to get into, what was this? It was like, I'm not going to go around on that. Whatever that meant. And number two, if we don't know what you're talking about and we're not in the film room and we don't know what it matters or whatever, it doesn't matter what we say, what are you bothered for? What are you punching down on sports reporters? I just don't even get that. After all these years, that's what's really bothering you? Is that the reason why the Kings can't win a game, Martin, is because of what the sports writers are saying? Really?
Yeah, it's honestly, when I've heard this initially, I was kind of sad. Like, Russell Westbrook has been in this business now for over 15 years and has yet to understand that you as an NBA player, just like I as a commentator, those reporters in the locker room who are doing the beat writing, the fans who are commenting on all of the consuming all of it, everybody plays a role in, like, the sports industrial complex. Like, this is something that you have to do. If you just want to hoop, there are plenty of places where you can go hoop and nobody will give a damn. Nobody will care. You just have to also not get paid millions of dollars while you're hooping. But you know what I'm saying? If it's, oh, man, I just want to play the game.
He acts like he doesn't understand what goes on, or the idea would be like you're an actress or actor and the movie critic doesn't like your movie. That's what they get paid for, to tell people whether it's a great movie or a bad movie, whether you should spend your money on it or whether you shouldn't spend your money on it. Why are you so bothered? And you know what I would have said? I'm not even kidding you. Okay, we're not in the film room. We're not at practice. We don't know about all. Were you at our did you talk to my producer? Do you know what we were trying to put together for the show? Do you know what I talked to about my editor? Have you ever written a column for a major newspaper in the United States? Can you write 700 words if I gave you a laptop that made sense? Come on, dude. I get it. You have a job. We have a job. To go and swing on nameless, faceless people who are doing a job for a living. That's what they do. I remember once somebody called up and said, oh, so-and-so is just trying to sell a book. Yes, he is trying to sell a book. You're going to write a book, Martin, that nobody wants to read? Who? When I hear people say that, they just want people to read their columns. They just want people to get clicks. No, yes, I want to do a 3-hour radio show, not say anything, and not have anybody bothered or moved by anything I said. Does any of that make any sense? It's ridiculous every time I hear that.
And this is after a loss in which I was here anchoring last night, much to the chagrin of everybody who was listening, apparently. But the Pelicans and the Kings, two teams that if you add their win totals together today, they don't have 40 wins combined, right? The Kings are the worst team in the NBA who just lost to the worst team in the NBA. There's no positive to talk about right? What would
But
you
that's
like
what
to-
he right. That's
like, what do you want me to say here, Russell Westbrook? I get it. Maybe there's people saying Russell Westbrook shouldn't be on this team going forward. It is not necessarily an affront to you personally, but more along the lines of the team building aspect of the whole thing. This team has won 19 games. They've won 19 games. This is a labor of love for everybody at this point. Everybody's being a professional because you know those people in the locker room. In the press room covering the team did not sleep as kids thinking or dream as kids thinking, man, I cannot wait to cover the worst team in the NBA. Sports Radio. It is the Odd Couple. Ron Parker, Kelvin Washington on the Trash Talking Tuesday, which, by the way, is coming up in about 20 minutes or so. We got Adam Caplan coming up in about 8 minutes, so still a lot left this hour. And it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready. With Webull, get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial, LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. We have breaking news. Deal between the Raiders and the Ravens for Maxx Crosby has been rescinded. Diana Rossini for The Athletic have reported.
She's reporting, yep.
She's reporting that it is from health concerns, didn't pass the physical. And so now Rob G asked us, Rob, can you go back? Do you say, oops, our bad if you're the Raiders? Does Maxx Crosby say, no, get me out of here? Or do you say, hey, maybe this is a sign and I get to come back home?
Yeah, and if you want to jump in on this, you can, 877-99 on Fox. We will take your call, but this is interesting. And he wanted to move on. They wanted to move on. And with this thing being dead here, there might be somebody who's willing to take. You know, Rob G, you do buy groceries. You buy vegetable cans that are dented, right, sometimes to save money, right?
Nah, I get the nice ones.
You never buy
of
dented
course.
cans?
But if you're the Raiders, again, this is the question. Do you say we'd rather have him back?
No,
or,
that wasn't their plan.
Or do you say we will now take 70 cents on the dollar?
Give me the 70 cents.
I just don't think that he fit into what you were trying to do. And that's the reason you made the trade. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't make the trade like remember when the Brooklyn Nets wouldn't trade Kevin Durant? Remember they were like, no. You want to trade? No, we're not trading you
Have
at
a
that
seat.
point. Exactly. And he played or whatever, and he went on with that season. So
that was a big toe away from getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, maybe?
Yeah, they could have gotten to the finals that year. But the point is, if I'm the Ravens, if I'm the Raiders, if somebody comes to call him Rob G, it's not going to be 2 first-round picks. So they can forget about that.
You might get, I agree with that. That's
so as long as you understand that you're not going to get what you thought you were going to get, but there's still some trade value, and maybe it is just one or a couple other things or something else. I'd be interested in it if it's going to free up our money, Rob G, to get other players, right? And get us some picks that we can restock the franchise.
Big picture view. You got Mendoza, who allegedly they're sold on. That's their guy. Keep building your team. I told you yesterday, Rob, you guys have got some nice defensive pieces. You got obviously an offensive lineman, a new center. I mean, you've been able to do some things where you can say, all right, we feel good. Maybe Genty is better than we thought. Just the team wasn't that great. Maybe we'll get even more production out of him. So to me, you keep moving forward. If it's a first and a fifth, we'll take it. And you just keep moving forward, building, because you're looking at the long term with Mendoza and a full house of talent on the defensive side of the ball, offensive side of the ball as well. So to me, this is just where we are. We've made this agreement. Max wants to go. We want to honor him. He's been great to the franchise, to the city, to the community. Go ahead and go compete somewhere. Like I said, maybe it's the Chargers, maybe it's the Bills. Go have a shot to do something next couple years. And we're going about the business. This is the business. You know it. It's health. It's not like some shady thing. This was health. Something they found something they didn't like. What can I do? What can we do? So
and it's coming off injury. So it does.
You were injured. You did have surgery. Stuff happens. So to me, I'm looking at it as we got to move on. We'll take what we can get, 70 cents. Maybe we can squeeze it up to 75, 80 cents on the dollar. And we move on. We ball, as they say. We ball. We keep moving forward. 877-99 on Fox. We'll take a couple calls on this. 877-99 on Fox. What would you do if you're the Raiders? You take 70 cents a dollar? Do you think, we had Danny G walk in here, long-time, lifelong Raider fan, say, hey, man, maybe it's fate. He stays next couple years with Mendoza. They look like something, and you can say, look, wow, the crazy thing that happened, the football gods kept you here, and now we're in the postseason. Maybe it's the same way.
That's when you have when you're a fan of a bad team.
I think he was fully decked out in Raider gear, too, when he said it, too.
All right, Brandon in Riverside, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Brandon?
Oh, my God. First of all, Kelvin, what's going on? I ain't heard from you in a while. I called on Friday.
What's up, B?
He was laying on the beach, unfortunately.
Yeah, I ain't going to lie.
Yeah,
if you like pina coladas. Your boys out there with my toes in the sand.
You deserve it.
Appreciate you, man.
Deserve it. But, Rob, I was calling because I was happy for Lamar Jackson because that's what it was built upon, getting Lamar Jackson to the Super Bowl, and this happened. This hurts. That was a blow.
It is a blow, but if he's not healthy, it really can't help you. You can't make the trade just for namesake, right?
No, and that's smart on Baltimore's part because we're not about to spend that money or give that money away if he's not even what we need him to be. But it is going to shake up the free agency market now. Yeah, he has no choice but to be cheap because I believe he does not want to go back to the Raiders. He's probably like, well, I don't care what y'all do. Y'all just please trade me because I don't want to play here anymore. But, I hang up and listen to what you guys got to say. But I'm enjoying the show. Glad to hear from both of you all, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks,
no doubt,
Brandon.
B. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, I think mentally, Rob, he's checked out. You know how I'm going to greener pasture? I think for him, love the Raiders. Got it tatted on me, and he even mentioned when he thought he was going to the Ravens, he said, when it's all said and done, I want to still come back for last year, whatever it is, and retire a Raven. So a Raider. So I think he's all in on that. But I think now his mind, I might actually make the postseason. I might get a chance to be in the Super Bowl. So I think he want to go somewhere.
We got a couple things coming up. Trash Talking Tuesday, so you want to line up for that. And Adam Caplan as well. He'll probably break that down, some NFL stuff and what's going on.
Yep, he'll do that right after we talk to Steve DeSager, who's going to get us what's trending right now.
So it might be that the Raiders are on the clock with less than 24 hours to trade Maxx Crosby again. Because you see, his contract is now on their books. They committed a lot of money to other players this week. The Raiders say that Baltimore backed out of their trade agreement for the star defensive end Maxx Crosby, who had knee surgery in January. The NFL's free agent negotiating window opened with a lot of news yesterday. All these signings and trades are not official until Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. The Jets are acquiring quarterback Geno Smith from the Raiders for cash and a late-round swap of draft choices. The Lions will get running back Isaiah Pacheco, ex of Kansas City. The Patriots are going to sign wide receiver Romeo Doubs from Green Bay to a 4-year deal. Houston's giving kicker Kaimi Fairbairn a 2-year extension. The Eagles are signing defensive back Reek Woolen from Seattle. Former Jets fullback Matt Snell passed away at the age of 84. He scored the Jets' only touchdown in their Super Bowl III victory. To the NBA, believe it or not, at Miami tonight, Bam Adebayo scored 31 points in the first quarter against the Washington Wizards.
Whoa!
Right now, it is 61-45 Heat over Washington with about 5 minutes to go, second quarter. He's played a couple minutes in the second period. Adebayo up to 34 points in the first half of this game. Norman Powell is out again for Miami with a strained groin. Tyler Hero of the Heat was a late scratch with a sore quad. He is the reigning player of the week in the East. Miami has won 5 straight. Atlanta has won 6 in a row. They're in action tonight. In fact, we got a very, very busy night in the NBA. The Hawks are leading late first half against Dallas, 63-53. The Pistons' lead at Brooklyn is 49-29 mid-second quarter. Memphis leads at Philadelphia 75-72 early in the third. Philly All-Star Tyrese Maxey out with a finger injury. Reportedly, he'll be reevaluated in 3 weeks. 13 NHL games tonight, including Buffalo on a 7-game winning streak, winning again in the second period, 4-1 against the Sharks. And Team USA back on the diamond in Houston tonight on FS1 in a half an hour to end group play against Italy. The Americans 3-0 in the tournament and likely to a quarterfinal this weekend in Houston. Diamondbacks outfielder Corbin Carroll will make his spring debut on Wednesday after hand surgery. Reds pitcher Hunter Green will have elbow surgery. He's expected to be out until July. Back to you.
Hey, Steve, thank you. Man, I knew I saw Bam hit a few shots. I didn't know it was that many. My goodness. It's the odd couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Trash Talking Tuesday, which is coming up in about 15 minutes or so. If you want to line up, as Rob mentioned, 877-99 on Fox. You can call in now. We'll get to those. But for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be. And buying ain't quite the same anymore, Adam Caplan, as he joins us now. You thought you bought something, they're trading for something. Next thing you know, it's coming back to you. What the heck is going on with Maxx Crosby?
What's happening? Yeah, guys, yeah. So the Trey Henderson situation, this is my understanding of it, and this is kind of like developing. So what folks need to understand is every NFL player transaction is subject to a player passing a physical. And because both teams agreed to this before the trade deadline, they both had to agree that he's allowed to get there the night before, which he's done, and take the physical, which he did, and he didn't pass it, is my understanding. I don't know what's interesting, guys, is he had a torn meniscus. He had it repaired. It's a 4 to 6 month recovery. He's in the process of rehabbing it. So what I want to know is, do they have buyer's remorse? The Ravens giving up 2 first-round picks, because it's just absurd.
But maybe
there's
Adam,
got to be more here, man.
But maybe they saw something that was worse than they thought.
Well, maybe, yeah, Rob, right. Maybe because if they had follow-up scans, see, I want to know what they saw, Rob, on your point. What did they see? That like he's had a couple things you should know about about Maxx Crosby. He's had a ton of surgeries in his career, a lot. He had this meniscus. He's had at least 8 surgeries in his career. God. Now it's crazy. He's plays through a lot of stuff. He wanted to delay the surgery and finish the season. The Raiders wouldn't let him. They did right by him, and he was mad at them about that. But you know what I find interesting is not only did he want out. I mean, I could tell you, talking to people close to him, he has told the Raiders for 3 years, "I'm not going to be part of a rebuild." They're in a total rebuild. I know they've been aggressive in free agency.
Right
now, they might not be to do much more because they're going to have to take his contract back. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And to what Rob was saying, we were trying to make sense of this when we got the breaking news maybe 30 minutes ago, is that I would say maybe you know this, even just on our own personal health. We're not, professional athletes.
Yeah.
But, you go. There's the reason why you go get 2, 3, 4 opinions, because everybody, every doctor, every hospital views things differently. And so maybe the Ravens review, hey, yeah, it looks like you guys say meniscus, but we think that was an ACL. I'm just spitballing. But that could play a role, especially for an organization who's never given up a first-round pick before and who they're very well run. So I can see them being already apprehensive, giving up so much. And now anything that looks like you're not going to be able to perform at the level we think, nah, we want our money back, if you will.
Yeah, I really want to know more about this, and I know the Raiders can't say anything.
I was going to say, do we ever find that out? Because I believe the Lakers never really talked in a different sport,
I want to know what it'll get out. This reminds me of a story I put out at ESPN. So Adam Schefter and I worked on a story. This is so Raiders. So remember Roger Saffold, a really good guard.
Yep.
Who played for the Rams and the Titans and the Raiders. And he gets there. They had agreed to terms. And now Saffold gets there, and they didn't like what they saw on his shoulder. And but the funny thing is, the Rams said, "We'll be happy to take him back." They weren't happy that they got beat out for the contract offer, and he went back to the Rams. It was just really bizarre. Now you have this situation where the Rams have to take Maxx Crosby back. Now, because we don't know what the Ravens didn't like, what I liked, maybe other teams take a look at the scans. Maybe other teams say, we'll bring him in.
There's always a chance that somebody might take a chance on it. I'll tell you one thing, but not for 2 first-round picks. That's
I know. Well, now that's over with.
Right.
So
that's over with. Let's go to the Jets. And Aaron Glenn had a terrible first year. Justin Fields, I thought that was a disaster, signing him, giving him all that money, and he wants to be a missionary. And now they go get Geno Smith. I'm sorry. And I'm just
Geno's Pizza.
Adam, really like that? Is that what you do to your fan base? Seriously?
Honestly, Rob, I could almost tell you in 90% of these situations that I could tell you why he's being brought in. Obviously they had him before, but the general manager, I'm told, has no ties to Geno Smith. He's never with him anywhere. Frank Reich was never with them, who's now the offensive coordinator for the Jets. This is an odd one. I understand. Look, they failed completely with Justin Fields. Yep. And they were looking for a veteran just to hold them over. This will not impact their draft plans. If they want a quarterback, they'll take one. It's not going to. But he's only going to make about $24 million, which is low end starter money. But yeah, I'm a little surprised. That one caught me by surprise. That was not what I was expecting. I thought they would get someone. Geno had a very bad season, I'm told. In fact, they wouldn't even have to cut his pay. They just didn't want him on the football team. That was a deal with Pete Carroll, folks. That's why he was there, and it was a complete failure.
And with it's just, to me, the optics, like bringing back. You're not bringing back a former hero who did something once, took you to the playoffs. You know what I mean? And he's at the end of his career. And maybe it's something like that. This is a guy who failed, who got his jaw broke by a teammate, and that's the guy you bring back and make fans want to feel hopeful that they're going to be any different from you were a year ago. It's just really weird.
Yeah, I'm.
Is this like Aaron Glenn? He brings him back.
He didn't have a good year. I told you last time I was on, guys. Coaches, when the team is not competitive, I understand they had a bad roster. It gets around, and people start questioning if this guy could reach his players. Now, Woody Johnson, the owner, loves him, and he's beloved. I know behind the scenes.
Well, that's a bad thing to start. If Woody Johnson loves you,
I know, but I know he wanted to change the culture. Through suggestions, he didn't make the call on these people leaving, but he wanted certain things to be done that they had to change the way they did business. And the Jets took heed of it, and they did what they wanted. But from staying on the football point, they were terrible. And honestly, I understand that they got a long way to go here. They got a lot of draft picks. We're only on the second day free agency, though. It's been picked over, guys. I'm told by multiple teams that this is one of the worst free agent classes they've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's not like the NBA, guys. There's like in the NBA, stars control the whole thing.
Right.
They don't. The clubs do, Kelvin and Rob. And what you need to understand here is there is a reason why guys make it to the market. Age, injury history, decline in skill, which goes to the age.
Right.
Off the field issues. Do they trust the player? New coaching staff comes in. Guy doesn't fit the scheme. It's very rare that the guy gets out like he can't agree to a deal and he says, I want out like Crosby did, but Crosby's not a free agent. It's just very odd when it's very rare that a guy walks and doesn't take an extension and the team won him back. It's very rare.
Adam Caplan on with the odd couple, Rob and Kelvin. So then let me ask you this. If it's obviously not a huge free agent class, teams are still making some moves. What do you make of what Miami's done, getting rid of Tua, but bringing in Malik Willis? You like that move there? Or any other team that you say, hey, I know it's not the greatest, but I like some transactions they've done?
Okay, so Malik Willis, here's the deal with him. he came in not ready. He was pressed into service due to Ryan Tannehill's situation, and he just wasn't ready. And they had a bad roster, and it looked bad for him. But I love what, as much as I criticize Matt LaFleur, he did a great job with him. And Sean Mannion, the quarterback's coach now, the OC of the Eagles, who was the quarterback coach last season, they didn't ask him to throw the ball a lot, but he was very comfortable in that West Coast offense. It took him a while to get it, and he got it. Now, Kelvin, they gave him the first 2 years are fully guaranteed, but what they did is it's $22.5 million per season. It's really low-end starter money, but it's kind of like, okay, we like him, but we don't know. As a matter of fact, if he lights it up this season, they're going to have to extend his contract. But the thing is, with Miami, they've got it. Their roster's still bad.
I was going to say, I'm not
really
expecting anything. Are you kidding?
They need to help him. Now, we got Tom Rob. Now, I do like what Cincinnati did. They spent money because they had to, because they're one of the lowest cash spend teams. You got to spend a certain amount of money over 3 years on the cap. Now, Trey Hendrickson's not signed. He doesn't want to go back there. He's not going to come back there. I like Boye Maffe's an upside edge rusher they got from Seattle. Brian Cook's a safety. I like coming over from the Chiefs, so I like what they did. You know what? The Raiders, okay, obviously they're getting Crosby back for now. They spent money finally, and they went crazy. They've added 5 starters. Tyler Lindenbaum, they paid him. His highest paid interior lineman in NFL history.
Right. From Baltimore.
It's kind of crazy.
Well, they made some moves. Hey, we appreciate Adam, man. We got a break.
That's good.
We'll
See
do
you
it
guys.
again
Thanks.
soon.
See you.
Adam
Later.
Caplan there on The Odd Couple. Well, of course, Trash Talking Tuesday. Your call is 877-99 on Fox. Maybe you're trashing the Jets. Maybe you're trashing the Raiders or the Ravens right now. 877-99 on Fox. Trash anybody, anything. Your chance next. Fox Sports Radio.
Let's go to the Lions and
another loss for them, Rob Parker. Earlier this week, we talked about it. David Montgomery was traded out of town. Big loss for them. And now they're set to lose another key player. Pro Bowl left tackle Taylor Decker has requested his release from the Lions, and it has been granted his release by the Lions. They're calling it a cost-cutting move. And just to give you some context about what's going on there in Detroit, in 2024, this was 2 seasons ago, so not last season, the one before, they had arguably the best offensive line in football. I don't know if it was arguably. I think they had the best offensive line in football. Since then, star center Frank Ragnow retired.
Yep.
Kevin Zeitler left in free agency. Left tackle Taylor Decker now released. And they also lost a rotational guy, Graham Glasgow, who was filling in the interior offensive line. So this vaunted Lions O-line is no more.
And the other thing, too, is the Bears' moves. I said they got graded an A- on their trade of DJ Moore and the picks. They moved up in a pick and stuff like that. Where are you on the Lions as we go forward, Martin? Just trending upward, downward? I mean, I was the one who picked them not to make the playoffs last year. And Kelvin didn't want to hear it, but it did come true. Where are you on the Lions? Can it be 2 years in a row, or do they bounce back?
I think they make the playoffs this year, but it's more a belief in the infrastructure. I believe in Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to be able to, unless they just had the best luck ever in their first 5 or 6 drafts, I believe that they'll be able to replace guys like this. Like, I know that last year you got kind of caught off guard with Frank Ragnow retiring at the time that he did, and also with Michael Parsons getting traded to the Packers at the time that he did, because that's a major part of your game plan when you're planning for him, and I think they handled them the second time that they played, but first time he was just a game wrecker in that first game. I'm not out on the Lions, but again, it's because I think Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, when you have the right head coach and the right GM in place.
I'm not convinced they have the right head coach, because I think that their window of winning a championship or getting to the Super Bowl is gone.
I would disagree with that.
I think it's gone. I think they had a great chance to do it, and Dan Campbell was a big part on why that didn't happen. And even after that, he even said, this might be our only chance at it, and I've seen it before. The last time the Lions went to the NFC Championship game, they went a 30-year drought before they got back that other time against the 49ers.
So I look at it more like the Philadelphia Eagles. I think if you look at the Lions, the Eagles, and the 49ers, those are the three teams in the NFC over the last 5 years that have had the most sustained success in the regular season, right? Or last 3 years, most sustained success in the regular season.
What year did the Eagles not make the playoffs?
They made the playoffs every year but got smoked in the wild card.
I'm just asking, what year did they not make the playoffs, like the Lions?
They got smoked in the wild card in a game in which was an embarrassment for Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. Right. Okay, but we could do that too. Like, when did the Lions just get smoked out the playoffs?
No,
it hasn't happened. All right. So
my point is that
your point is the Lions missed the playoffs, and you think they're going to miss the playoffs again this year. I'm saying I think the Lions are not going to miss the playoffs again next year because that head coach and that GM, they got the right guys. Now, you really want to talk about the kind of the secret in the NFC North, the quiet part, because I'm with you on the Bears. I think the Bears also, right now we're talking about the winner of the division and the second best team in the division between Lions and Bears. The quiet part out loud is if there was no such thing as a 7 seed in the NFC, the Packers would have never, under Matt LaFleur, without Aaron Rodgers under Matt LaFleur, made the postseason. That 7 seed is doing a lot of heavy lifting for him, and he gets a pass.
Shoulda. There's a 7 seed. I mean, it's a part of it. I hear what you're saying. If there's only 4 seeds or 4 seeds, then 3 other teams wouldn't make it. I mean, we could get here all day about that. My point is simple, is that the Lions keep losing people, and the division isn't getting weaker. I still think the Packers are better.
No.
I do. Micah Parsons, a healthy Micah Parsons for all year. I think they're better than the Lions. And I also think, obviously, the Bears are better than the Lions. And we'll see what the Vikings do if they're able to put a quarterback. Even last year with no quarterback, they won 9 games. They're dying. They're saying
the Vikings.
The Vikings were so bad they won 9 games, 1 less than the Lions. And the Vikings were the ones with the terrible J.J. McCarthy who did the boogie boo on the Lions when they went to Detroit and won that game. That was the Lions season. You agree on that one? That game?
That's when they lost.
That's when they lost the season.
That's when it was over.
And that was the game, and that came against the Vikings in Detroit. So I just look at the Bears above the Lions. I look at Green Bay above the Lions. And Minnesota was 1 game different from the Lions with a bad quarterback or bad quarterback play.
Guess what they're still going to have? Bad quarterback play and not half the luck that they had last year. And again, you say a healthy Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons isn't going to be healthy in week 1 after he tore his.
I didn't say week 1, but I mean, they'll get him back.
Guess what? They split with the Packers with a healthy Micah Parsons.
I did pull out.
All right, Fox Sports Radio, I cover Wild and Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Thank you, Adam Caplan, for joining us. We appreciated that. We'll have that up on the pod. And with the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us in all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7. And the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app. It's always going to pop up there at the top of your screen. Rob, you know what time it is. Trash Talking Tuesday.
Let's do it.
Don't you ever talk about me. It's Trash Talking Tuesday.
It's your teeth, Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man.
All right, let's get it kicked off. Let's start with Orlando in El Paso. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Orlando?
Hey, guys. I'm trashing Dak Prescott for being a dog, after a whole nonsense came out about him. And also my other, my primo, King Ryan, he's a dog. My friend Thor, she's a dog. And then the biggest dog of them all is my brother, Seymour. These are the biggest dogs I've ever seen in my life. Bunch of nonsense that these guys are up to these days. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Put his brother out there.
Everybody.
Dang, brother. Everybody.
Everybody.
Hey, all right.
Let's do it. Albert in Riverside. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Albert?
Rob, I need you to stand out of your chair for this. This is for you. I am trashing Adam Silver and the NBA for getting rid of Magic City Monday. This is a disgrace to the city and the culture of Atlanta, Georgia. That is a landmark there. The wings are immaculate. There's nothing better than that. They sold a bunch of hoodies, a bunch of tickets in 24 hours, and then just to take it away. This is a joke. Adam Silver is a softie, and Magic City Monday will always live on The Odd Couple.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. No, that is for sure.
He's fired up. I know somebody who bought a ticket when I hear one.
No doubt. What about Andrew in Bakersfield, California? You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Andrew?
This is part 2 of Adam Silver trashing. Steve Kerr is right, okay? Less games. It answers both questions. And when Jordan won his titles, guess what? The first round was 5 games. I'm pretty sure. You got to back me up on that, Rob. I think that's all I got.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were.
5 games to the first round.
When he beat the Cavaliers on that shot, that was a
Game
5-game
5.
series. That was a 5-game series, no doubt about it.
You were sitting right there.
Well, with Cliff Brown.
You and Cliff.
Ain't that a great story? Me and Cliff
went
Brown.
Turned up that night. Tearing down Cleveland.
That was every night. I mean, just hanging out. All right. Are we ready for Mace?
Rob, do you want to stay home?
No.
Yeah, you trying to.
Mace in San Diego. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Mace?
Tyreek Hill. I hope nobody signs this idiot prima donna wide receiver this offseason. You're a terrible teammate and do not respect authority. Driving 100 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour construction zone is inexcusable. To top it off, not complying during the traffic stop with Miami PD. Sorry, but you're not a victim. You're just another imbecile brainwashed by the liberal media, not to mention stealing your fashionable look after George Michael and Barry Bonds. Compounded by the fact you have numerous kids from different women. Evidently, you didn't pay attention in sex education. The word vasectomy is not in your vocabulary. And clearly, you are the antithesis of former NBA player A.C. Green. It's inevitable you're going to go broke once your career is over by having to pay all that child support. If you're not picked up this offseason, you should link up with former idiot wide receiver Antonio Brown, and the two of you should have a boxing match on Netflix to regain financial stability. And just to raise the stakes, the loser will mandatorily get a medical degree and subsequently be forced to become Lizzo's private gynecologist.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
My goodness gracious.
Hey, yo! She been looking all right lately, though. You know, she been working on it. I think she might be off the Rob G. I don't know. Shout out to Lizzo. All right, what we got next?
877-99 on Fox.
Boy, Mace, I'm telling you, Mace just hung up.
Well, I like that Mace was at least current,
Yeah,
right? A
he's
player
been
who's
slowly
currently.
moving
That's
on
true.
up. Mace has to hang up and start working on next week's already. Like it's that well written, thought out. Like he has to say, all right, now I'm working on next week's already.
All right, we got calls and names. I don't have anything.
All right. Who we got?
Oh, they're on my phone now? Okay, I didn't see them.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Well, I think I know who Rob G's about to trash.
Anthony in Wichita, you're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
God.
Who you trashing, Anthony?
First of all, I want to say I enjoyed the show, and this is my first time getting in on Trash Talking Tuesday. And as much as I love you guys, I got to go in hard on Rob Parker because every time I hear that sounder talking about you can't put a guy in the Hall of Fame whose name is Stat Pafford. Dude, put some respect on that man's name. He can't help it. He got most of his stats in Detroit because if you're going to go that way, look at Barry Sanders, where he get his stats at. In Detroit. Look at Megatron, Calvin Johnson, where he get his stats at. In Detroit. They all have one thing in common. They were playing for an organization. They didn't have no sense of direction. The only saving grace now is Stafford has a Super Bowl ring because Detroit wanted to try to get a sense of direction when they traded their quarterback swap, like housewife swap, when they traded Goff for Matt Stafford. So there. Put some respect on that man's name. Don't call him Stat Stafford. His mama named him Matthew Stafford. Get it right. Don't get it twisted. I'm out.
Respect on his name.
Hey, James in Minnesota, you got
Appreciate
30
it.
seconds. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox
Better get out
Sports
quick.
Radio. Who you trashing?
You say yes, and I say no. You say why, and I say I don't know.
You say goodbye.
Is this what?
was it.
He just wanted to sing with you. Boy, I tell you, I know a happy hour that's hitting when I hear one, Rob G.
We need that at the top of the hour.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong.
You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice.
It doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball. Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King.
The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
When advertisers partner with the Odd Couple, they're going to get results.
Facts. We're being truly who we are. Listeners believe us. They rock with us.
It's time to replace those tires. Go to TireRack.com. Great tires and a great deal.
They trust us, and they trust what we say about your product.
You know hiring is stressful. Stop the hassle and partner with Express. Go to expresspros.com now.
For an advertiser, that's money in the bank.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun.
I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Say Baltimore backed out of their trade agreement for defensive end Maxx Crosby, who had knee surgery in January. No trades are official until Wednesday when the new league year begins. In NBA action at Miami, Bam Adebayo has 45 points. They've just started the third quarter. Heat lead at home 82-65 against Washington. March Madness upon us. Conference finals going on in the Colonial. 2.5 minutes to play. Hofstra leads 64-60 against Monmouth. Wright State, with about 20 seconds left, is leading the Horizon League final 63-60 over Detroit Mercy. Team USA back on the baseball diamond in Houston tonight, about to start on FS1. Well, still a few minutes away. U.S. against Italy tonight to end group play. The Americans 3-0 so far. The Jets acquired quarterback Geno Smith from the Raiders. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Number 3.
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, ND. Be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. We're very appreciative of you, right? Signing up, following us, our channel. It's doing very well. We continue to grow. Thank you. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe.
And they're subscribing to without Monty being here, Rob. Appreciate that. Usually they'd like to wait till Monty's here to do that.
No, definitely. And don't forget, coming up in about 28 minutes, Dr. David Chow. Wow. He'll chow down on some of these injuries in the NFL.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Rob, I can be a doctor for you if you need.
You'll be a doctor?
I can get you, yeah.
Dr. Vinny Boombox?
I got you.
Well, he's going to have you eating cantaloupe seeds by the massive spoonful, too.
Yes.
Look at that. He just ate all that. And shut up in advance, Rob.
That thing does not look attractive to put your mouth on. Oh,
Pause.
I'm sorry.
I just said shut up in advance. I just said it because I knew where you were going to go.
What is that, a cantaloupe? It's ugly. Ugh.
Hey, yo!
I'd have to wear a blindfold to eat that. No?
I'm just ready to move on.
I'm just
Thanks
saying.
for the drop, Rob.
Thank you. I tried. Didn't I try? I was like, hey, just shut up in advance.
Don't forget, last call as well. You have a chance. Thanks for participating in Trash Talking Tuesday. We appreciate that as well. Always on a Tuesday.
Mace already working on his next one for next week.
Exactly. And Rob G, I saw something in baseball last night that was like a little did not feel good to me. Can you explain?
Yeah, we had a big issue there in the World Baseball Classic. International relations are at an all-time low between Mexico and the United States after this one. In case you missed it, Randy Arozarena, who plays for Mexico, was up at the plate. Cal Raleigh was behind the plate for Team USA. And Arozarena walked up to Cal Raleigh, his Mariners teammate.
They were on the same team. Oh, I'm sorry.
Stuck his fist out. Give him a pound real quick. Acknowledge him like, hey, man, good to see you. And Cal Raleigh did not reciprocate. Didn't reach out, didn't look up. They kind of a little back and forth. We don't know what was said, but did not look pleasant. After the game, Arozarena spoke to Spanish language reporters, and he said a lot. I'm just going to give you the highlights. Here's what he said.
What's going on?
In Cuban style, he's going to say, what would he say to Cal Raleigh? In Cuban style, I would say this. What he has to do is F off. In Mexican style, go to hell. And in English, that fake-ass good to see you hit me with, he can shove it straight up his ass. I'm out. Well, Cal Raleigh finally had his chance to respond earlier on Tuesday, right? They asked him about the incident. He said, hey, what happened? What's going on? Is there any bad blood you expect is going to boil over when you guys link up together again as Mariners teammates? And Cal Raleigh, to his credit, says, quote, there is no beef. We're still teammates. He's my brother. We're family. I've already reached out to him. It's just a competitive environment.
Let me tell you something. Cal Raleigh is full of the S word, okay? and I don't care. People are competitive. It's an exhibition game. That's your teammate. That's your teammate that you have to share a clubhouse with and try to get back to try to get to the World Series. You might have fractioned the whole clubhouse. The Latin players might be like, what is that?
Yeah,
Kelvin, come on, man.
Point, Rob.
I'm dead serious. Like, what is that? To use the whole, I'm competitive, I don't do that. I have watched and covered sports for 40 years. I saw Magic Johnson and Isaiah kiss before a big playoff game.
Yep, epic.
Have
Legendary.
you not?
Legendary.
Kiss. I've seen numerous hitters walk up to home plate, Kelvin, and hit the catcher on his shin guards, right? Just tap him. An acknowledgement. Come on, man. This is somebody, you're a teammate. This ain't somebody from some other team like they lost to the Blue Jays, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't some Blue Jay who I'm still mad that we got knocked out and we didn't go to the World Series because we lost Game 7 to the Blue Jays, and I'm still mad at that. That ain't, and he may be like trying to rib me or make me feel a certain kind of way. This is your teammate coming to the plate in an exhibition. Really? And then to act like there's nothing to it? I don't care. Kelvin, there are a few things that you can do to make people feel a certain kind of way about you. Someone extends their hand to you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And you refuse to shake their hand or anything. Kelvin, do people forget that?
Dude.
They never forget that.
Man to man, that's one of the more insulting things. I extend my hand to you. I say, hey, man, what's going on? We're teammates. We don't have real beef on the street where I'm doing something weird. Where it's like, no, I'll mess with you. You know, you smack my sister or something crazy. Like, this is just teammates. All right, let me walk through this a little bit because you just touched on so much. He gave him a quick pound while still wiping the dirt with his feet, meaning like I didn't make a scene of it. I didn't go out of my way to hug you and kiss you in front of everybody and stop the whole game and make some dramatic scene. Quick pound. What's up, bro? I see you. And get back to business. To leave me hanging, now you've created the scene.
Right.
Because you left me hanging. And that's fake bravado. That's fake toughness because some of the toughest cutthroat killers, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, if you want to go football, it doesn't matter.
We
Other
just
baseball
talked about
players,
Isaiah and Magic.
Killers.
Yes.
Dapped up, hug, kiss before. And those are competitors, not teammates. And what we've seen all those great guys do that all the time. I'll give you an example of teammates who won a bunch of rings together, who was in a real beef and still dapped up before the game. Shaq and Kobe.
100%.
Shaq and Kobe
Couldn't
went
stand
from
each
teammates to winning rings to for real beef. I'm talking for real stuff, marriage stuff. You know, you remember what it was. And they played the Heat for the first time. Shaq and Kobe, what they did? Hey, they dapped up, bump chests.
You're playing a game together.
And there you go. So if they can do that with beef, stop acting like you can't with no beef. I'm thinking you my guy. What up, bro? Whoa, you just left me hanging for no reason? And it's an exhibition game. That's your teammate. Boxers dap up, hug up, and they're about to beat each other's brains out. So I thought this was old. This is me, fake bravado, fake tough, fake I'm locked in. I'm so focused you don't even know. And then he had the nerve to talk to him. Arozarena was like, maybe I'm missing something. Like, what you say, bro? Like, maybe we got a little joke. And he bent down, and you can see him keep getting closer. Like, I know I'm not hearing this dude right. No, dude, I'm locked in. It's competitive. Like, man, give me your fist, dap me up and move on.
Arozarena didn't go up there and try to, no matter, like, go up and dap somebody who he's not. This is your teammate.
And it was so classy, just a quick pound, and we get back to business.
Yes, and it would have shown, like, yo, those guys are locked in together. They're on the same team. Yo, you know what I mean? They're playing for different countries, but they know where they're going to be playing all year long. This is my dude right here. You know what I mean?
You know what it would have showed also? Is how competitive they are. Like, look at these two dudes, dap it up. I'll see you later in the spring.
And now
I'm trying to cut your throat out and win this game. Like, we all would have loved it, and like, we knew what it is. Like you said, we've all either watched, been covering sports our whole lives. That you made it a thing. And now I'm sure he felt bad. Now I'm sure he thought about it. I'm sure maybe his girlfriend or wife were texting like, yo, dude, that's offensive. Like, real talk,
people
that's
are
like
calling
real
him
offensive.
like, yo, that dude disrespected you.
100%.
Everybody watching saw him disrespect you. How could he not dap you up or just say, yo, what up? Or something.
And you even, let's say you flicked him off being funny. You know, like, that's your teammate. Like, I can't stand you, boy. Like, fun. Like, that's what we do, like ribbing each other. But the idea that you would, like, whisper, oh, I'm locked in, I'm focused. I'm like, what? Like,
that is that phoniness.
That fake bravado, fake tough, dude. A quick dap and you get on back in your catcher stance. Stop it.
Baseball, do you see the interaction with players on first base?
I would argue more than any other sport.
Yeah,
because you sit. There's so much time. Sit, how you been, man? You saw have push each other, having fun, man. Hang in the middle of playoff series, by the way.
Come on, man. I just cannot. I've seen it over and over. Or they're playing around like, or something like at second base because there's
you
a
slid and that was a nice slide.
Right.
I rub your head like, don't do that again, man. Like, slide, that cool slide. You're having fun out there, dude. It's baseball. You're in a World Baseball Classic. Like, stop acting like it's Game 7, 9th inning of the World Series and you're so focused. Dude, I thought that was so unnecessary.
Come on, and Rob G, of course. Yeah, this is the worst thing in the world.
You guys are soft.
Exactly. Go ahead, Rob G. He's locked in, and he's trying to win for the United States. Let me hear this.
Yep,
BS.
I got one word to describe the odd couple right now. Soft.
I know.
Soft.
The person who said that even dapped up Shaq.
And I'm very disappointed that you brought up the late, great Kobe Bryant, because you remember in the Olympics with the Redeem team, Kobe told his teammates, I'm running through Pau Gasol's chest on the first play of the game, and I'm going to send a message. First thing he does, whack! Pau goes down, Kobe stands over him, doesn't give him a hand up, doesn't offer him a reprieve in any kind of way. He let him know during this specific competition, it's on site.
Stop it,
It
Rob
is
G.
on site.
You said the Olympics or an
In the Olympics.
or an exhibition game or an exhibition game that doesn't matter.
It does not matter. Then why
an
is
exhibition game?
Why is
is it an exhibition game?
Not to these guys.
It's an exhibition game.
Not to these guys.
Well, and Rob G.
Not to these guys.
The idea you're going to tell me sit here and tell me that if you extended your hand to somebody, that's not disrespectful to you. Yes or no?
Not in competition.
No.
It does not apply.
It happens all the time.
It does, but
did Magic and Bird kiss before a playoff
Magic
game?
and Bird did not kiss before a game.
Bird,
See, I got you on that one, Rob.
Isaiah.
And during
did
the game,
they kiss?
Did they kiss at the free throw line during the game, Rob? I'm asking you.
Did they kiss before the game?
Yes, did they kiss during the game, Rob?
No, but
then what? That's the thing.
No,
they
it's
are
not.
during competition.
He's not. He didn't give him asking for dap while he was swinging the bat. That bat hadn't started.
It was a close game between two countries that hate to bring politics into it, are at a little bit of a difference of opinion
so
at the moment.
He was like,
So
hey, I'm gonna rub it in your face, Mexico, right? I'm gonna rub it in your face.
At this point in time, they are competitors.
Stop it.
They are not friends. They don't have to be teammates.
You are crazy.
Rob G.
Y'all don't know ball.
I hear what you're saying, but here's the difference. If Cal said, I'm not an initiator, right? I'm not going to dap, I'm locked in. I get that. I'm cool with that. You don't have to. But if my teammate does a quick dap, I'm not going to leave my teammate hanging because I know how that looks on national, world TV.
It looks bad.
I'm not going to leave my team. It might, put your hand around. I might literally do something quick, like, boy, are we locked in? Dap, come on, man. Right. But I'm not going to leave you. And then do a whole conversation about it. And then Arozarena said, what you say? And they had to repeat it. Or he literally got 6 inches from his face because he couldn't hear it.
If you're doing all of that, you could have just given him a
smacked his leg and locked in. And so I'm not saying you have to be the initiator. Hey, man, let's hug and dap and talk about how the wife and kids.
I'm not saying you got to be super friendly or you got to be a D word to him. I'm never going to condemn a player or an athlete of any kind who is locked in that moment saying, at this point in time,
he ain't locked
you might
in
be
like
a
that.
great friend of mine.
Terrible.
You might actually be my blood relative.
No, that's
but
terrible.
At this point in time, we are competing.
I disagree.
There's no way I'm leaving a guy who I'm on an actual World Series team that matters more.
And I'm going to be in the clubhouse with him for 162 games?
You don't know that.
Rob G.
You do not
Rob
know
G.
that.
There's a chance that he could cause a distraction and a separation in the clubhouse.
Why is
he could easily do that? It's disrespectful.
Then that's immature of Arozarena.
No, it ain't.
Yes,
no,
it
ain't.
is. Because if you don't understand,
other Latin players look at that and go, "How could he be so disrespectful with how you fit in on this team and that you matter?"
You cannot say. You guys just said on this show about a week ago, I'm really excited for the DR because the way that they're playing, they have this energy, this fire about them. The way they're going about it is different. It shows that it means something to them that it doesn't quite mean to the United States.
No. But I didn't say that.
Let me finish, Rob, because that's exactly what you guys said.
No, but that has nothing to do with disrespecting somebody in
when
public.
When a player from Team USA says, I don't flip bats, I don't do all that kind of stuff, but what I do is when I'm out there, I'm locked in, I'm focused. I don't have friends. I'm here to win.
Kelvin, I'm with you. It's that phony bravado. You're trying to act like
you smacking your teammate's leg and saying, "What up, boy?"
And nobody's going to look at you weird and go, "Did you see he just dapped up Arozarena?" That means he's going to give him a meatball so that the United States is going to lose. Nobody comes away with that.
You can't tell somebody how to compete, Rob. You cannot.
And I tell you what,
you cannot.
That's fine. That's fine. But I also can't tell Arozarena how to feel.
Exactly. And I can tell you how you can feel to be disrespected.
And I can tell you that if you put me on this world stage and you did me like that, and I could get initially. Let's say he goes for the dap. Let's say he goes to dap. Let's say he goes to dap and he doesn't initially, right? And then he's like, I see that matters to you, and I'm all right, boy. I'll dap you quick, like whatever. Move on. That to me. Leaving him hanging like that, again, if you're not initiating it, I'm with you. If you don't initiate, that's fine. But the idea of leaving my teammate hanging is wild to me.
That's coming from a guy swinging his feet off from his seat. I'm
watching it, Rob. He's swinging his feet, and you guys are upset at him.
Unbelievable. All right, here we go.
Just pat him on the head. It's like a kid with a steering wheel.
I want to hear from everybody, all you big babies. I want you to call in 877-99 on Fox and put on your fake bravado hat and tell me that I'm locked in. I can't even dap up my teammate, not somebody else from another team, somebody I spend 7 weeks of spring training with.
I was just in the World Series
162 games and the American League Championship Series.
Yeah, my bad.
Right. We just almost made it to the World Series, and now I don't have 1 second, millisecond to dap up somebody who extends their hand to me.
But I got 6 to explain it. No, I'm not dapping you up right now.
877-99 on Fox.
Huh? No, I'm not dapping you up right now because I'm locked in.
877-99 on Fox is the number. You know I'm fired up. Stick and stay.
Especially if you let people swing their feet, get you upset in the US of A.
Let's go to the Lions and
another loss for them, Rob Parker. Earlier this week, we talked about it. David Montgomery was traded out of town. Big loss for them. And now they're set to lose another key player. Pro Bowl left tackle Taylor Decker has requested his release from the Lions, and it has been granted his release by the Lions. They're calling it a cost-cutting move. And just to give you some context about what's going on there in Detroit, in 2024, this was 2 seasons ago, so not last season, the one before, they had arguably the best offensive line in football. I don't know if it was arguable. I think they had the best offensive line in football. Since then, star center Frank Ragnow retired.
Yep.
Kevin Zeitler left in free agency. Left tackle Taylor Decker now released. And they also lost a rotational guy, Graham Glasgow, who was filling in the interior offensive line. So this vaunted Lions O-line is no more.
And the other thing, too, is, and the picks, they moved up in a pick and stuff like that. Where are you on the Lions as we go forward, Martin? Just trending upward, downward? I mean, I was the one who picked them not to make the playoffs last year. And Kelvin didn't want to hear it, but it did come true. Where are you on the Lions? Can it be 2 years in a row, or do they bounce back?
I think they make the playoffs this year, but it's more a belief in the infrastructure. I believe in Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to be able to, unless they just had the best luck ever in their first 5 or 6 drafts, I believe that they'll be able to replace guys like this. Like, I know that last year you got kind of caught off guard with Frank Ragnow retiring at the time that he did, and also with Michael Parsons getting traded to the Packers at the time that he did, because that's a major part of your game plan when you're planning for him, and I think they handled them the second time that they played, but first time he was just a game wrecker in that first game. I'm not out on the Lions, but again, it's because I think Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, when you have the right head coach and the right GM in place.
I'm not convinced they have the right head coach because I think that their window of winning a championship or getting to the Super Bowl is gone.
I would disagree with that.
I think it's gone. I think they had a great chance to do it, and Dan Campbell was a big part on why that didn't happen. And even after that, he even said, this might be our only chance at it, and I've seen it before. The last time the Lions went to the NFC Championship game, they went a 30-year drought before they got back that other time against the 49ers.
So I look at it more like the Philadelphia Eagles. I think if you look at the Lions, the Eagles, and the 49ers, those are the three teams in the NFC over the last 5 years that have had the most sustained success in the regular season, right? Or last 3 years, most sustained success in the regular season.
What year did the Eagles not make the playoffs?
They made the playoffs every year but got smoked in the wild card.
I'm just asking, what year did they not make the playoffs, like the Lions?
They got smoked in the wild card in a game in which was an embarrassment for Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. Right. Okay, but we could do that too. Like, when did the Lions just get smoked out the playoffs?
No,
it hasn't happened. All right. So
my point is that
your point is the Lions missed the playoffs, and you think they're going to miss the playoffs again this year. I'm saying that I think the Lions are not going to miss the playoffs again next year because that head coach and that GM, they got the right guys. Now, you really want to talk about the kind of the secret in the NFC North, the quiet part, because I'm with you on the Bears. I think the Bears also, right now we're talking about the winner of the division and the second best team in the division between Lions and Bears. The quiet part out loud is if there was no such thing as a 7th seed in the NFC, the Packers would have never, under Matt LaFleur, without Aaron Rodgers under Matt LaFleur, made the postseason. That 7th seed is doing a lot of heavy lifting for him, and he gets a pass.
Shoulda, there's a 7th seed. I mean, it's a part of it. I hear what you're saying. If there's only 4 seeds or 4 seeds, then 3 other teams wouldn't make it. I mean, we could get here all day about that. My point is simple, is that the Lions keep losing people, and the division isn't getting weaker. I still think the Packers are better.
No.
I do. Micah Parsons, a healthy Micah Parsons for all year. I think they're better than the Lions. And I also think, obviously, the Bears are better than the Lions. And we'll see what the Vikings do if they're able to put a quarterback. Even last year with no quarterback, they won 9 games. They're dying. They're saying
the Vikings.
The Vikings were so bad they won 9 games, 1 less than the Lions. And the Vikings were the ones with the terrible J.J. McCarthy who did the boogie boo on the Lions when they went to Detroit and won that game. That was the Lions season. You agree on that one? That game?
That's when they lost.
That's when they lost the season.
That's when it was over.
And that was the game, and that came against the Vikings in Detroit. So I just look at the Bears above the Lions. I look at Green Bay above the Lions. And Minnesota was 1 game different from the Lions with a bad quarterback or bad quarterback play.
Guess what they're still going to have? Bad quarterback play and not half the luck that they had last year. And again, you say a healthy Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons isn't going to be healthy in week 1 after he tore his.
I didn't say week 1, but I mean, they'll get him back.
Guess what? They split with the Packers with a healthy Micah Parsons.
Fox Sports Radio. Let your wings and fly. Let your wings and fly.
I thought it said wings and fries.
You know what? You might be onto something. Yeah, my dog is hungry.
Buy some wings and fries. Buy some wings and fries.
On this week's
we got
episode,
a new song coming up.
600-pound life. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Trash Talking
Alex,
Tuesday.
I need something to eat here.
We got Dr. David Chow coming up in about 5 minutes. Get caught up on the Maxx Crosby and just some other injuries around sports.
I just poured me a drink, and I didn't even bring it in here.
You left it in there. That was you?
Rob, what's going on?
I'm having issues. Okay.
You are, but you're 8 pounds down, so it's working out. It's time to get your financial portfolio game ready with Webull. Get powerful investing tools, real-time data, all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial, LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. All right, Rob, 877-99 on Fox. I think people, they've got smoke with us.
Yeah, Joe in California, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joe?
Hey, boys. Long time, first time. Love the show.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, you boys are soft, man. There is absolutely no reason anybody needs to dab me up or slap me on the butt, pat me on the back, teammate or not. We're out there competing. Let's get after this.
All right.
I can't see not with somebody I'm going to go to war with literally
for 162 games.
For 162 games, and I'm gonna disrespect him because that's what that was. That's disrespect in public. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree. You don't have to, like, if you didn't initiate. I get it. Like, that's just not my thing. I'm like, but if your teammate goes, what up, bro? That. Like, come on. But
unbelievable.
I hear you.
All
Who
right,
next?
let's go with Johnny in Virginia. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Johnny?
Like he needs a hug. On this topic, I'm going to say that the Mariners probably need some couples therapy between these two. I think Cal should adapt him up. And the reality is Cal looked at Randy the same way I look at my wife when she has a honey-do list. So probably not the right thing for teammates.
Yeah. I get that. Make sure she ain't listening, by the way.
But Johnny, there could be a rift in the clubhouse. I mean, that's the thing that you got to be. You don't know right now. But that is, and Johnny, I'll just ask you real quick. You put your hand out to somebody and they don't shake your hand? That's disrespectful.
Listen, there's got to be a problem between me and that person. There's got to be smoke in the city if you're not dapping me up. That's
right.
the way I look at it.
That's all it is. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Rob G, no good and well he would dap somebody up. Stop
I know.
it, Rob G.
Jamie in Illinois. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jamie?
Long time, first time caller.
Thank you. We appreciate you in Illinois, my man.
Now, I got to call out some hypocrisy. I know back in 2008 we had the Redeem Team. If you saw the documentary, the first play of the Olympics, Kobe Bryant lays out Paul Gasol, and for a whole week I heard about how great it was and about how much it meant to the Redeem Team and his country, and he knocked out his own teammate to get his team focused for the Olympics.
Was this a play? Did Cal Raleigh do something
I didn't say
as
don't
a
run him
play to change the trajectory of the United States in this competition? He didn't do any of that. What he did was, in front of the world, he disrespected somebody he's supposed to be a teammate with, who he has to play 162 games with.
Running through somebody, I get the Kobe. That's actual gameplay. I'm going to run through a pick.
Right.
That's part of the game. That makes sense. I get that.
It would be like running over
Arozarena running through Cal.
Right, at home plate for a play. I get that. I'm trying to score.
Oh, he must be gone.
All right.
But yeah, I don't mind I don't mind that from Kobe. I'm running through him, set him tone. I don't get that. I don't have any issue with that. That's a hard foul in the NBA.
Yeah,
that's a little
fine.
extra touch up in the NFL.
You're going to tell me that Isaiah Thomas wasn't competitive or Magic Johnson wasn't competitive?
We saw Magic take his head off, and, that's when they ain't been right since. Well, they finally got it together. They cried on TV. It was emotional.
All right, one more. Let's squeeze in Andre from Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Dre, what's up?
What you think? I think Dre's mad at us.
Yeah.
I think Dre. Let's see.
No, there's no animus. Even though between these two guys, there's going to have to be a sit down. At a minimum, you're going to have to sit down. But I don't have a problem, with the cold shoulder, with the ice grill in this situation where you're competitors. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of the icing. So along those lines, we got to part company, okay? Because you're all in, for your nation. I'm all in for mine.
Oh, come on, Dre, really? Dre, really? Dre, when was the last time somebody didn't dap you up or give you a handshake and you were good with that. Never. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, Rob, 100%. I'm from the great state of New Jersey, so that doesn't go down with me. That's why I'm saying there is going to have to be a sit-down afterwards to clear the air because it is disrespect. If you're my friend, and again, you got plenty of people that eat it.
Dre, all that karma. Now Italy is smacking up the U.S. top
It's
of the
3-0.
3-0. Couple of home runs. 3-0 Italy up. All that karma. See? If you just dapped your mans up.
Is this McClain from the Mets? Who Jason Smith came in here and said he had a perfect first inning. He threw 9 strikes and got 3 outs, and now he's getting tattooed. He's in midseason form for the New York Metropolitans, getting knocked around like a rag doll.
Oh, man. David Chow on the other side of Trenton. Steven Sager. What's up, buddy?
Another hit. Oh, okay, that was a catch.
Boy, do we have an NBA game to update for you in a moment, but the big NFL news tonight, the Raiders say Baltimore backed out of their trade agreement for defensive end Maxx Crosby, who had knee surgery in January. Jay Glazer of Fox just tweeting that teams around the NFL are definitely shocked, to say the least, at the Ravens backing out. And a few teams who were previously interested in Crosby already committed their money elsewhere, so they can't jump in now. Quote, bad all around. To the NBA, at Miami, Bam Adebayo scored 31 points in the first quarter. They have just ended the third. He has 62 points against the Washington Wizards. 113-97 Heat over Washington is the score. 62 points in 31 minutes on the court. The context in Miami, which has won 5 straight, is that Tyler Hero of the Heat, not long before game time, was declared out with a sore quad. He's the reigning player of the week in the East. And Norman Powell of the Heat is out again with a strained groin, his 6th straight game miss. So Bam Adebayo is 17 of 35 shooting from the floor in the first 3 quarters. And from the foul line, he's 22 of 27. 62 points through 3. Miami leads Washington. Meanwhile, at the World Baseball Classic, going to the bottom of the second in Houston, Team USA down 3-0 to Italy after Nolan McClain of the Mets gives up 2 home runs in the second inning. The Americans are ending group play tonight. They're 3-0 in the tournament so far. The quarterfinals are this weekend in Houston. Italy's finale, by the way, in group play is Wednesday against Mexico. Canada right now is leading at Puerto Rico 3-2 in the top of the 5th inning. And Japan is now 4-0 in the tournament and coming to the U.S. to continue after early this morning our time shutting out winless Czechia 9-0 with 9 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Mets shortstop Francisco Lindor thinks he'll be ready for opening day after playing some defense in a minor league game today. He had hand surgery a month ago. Reds pitcher Hunter Green will have elbow surgery. He's expected to be out until July. To college basketball, it's March. Wright State is going to the NCAA tournament, winning the Horizon League final tonight against Detroit Mercy 66-63. Hofstra is going to the dance after winning the Colonial 75-69 over Monmouth. Long Island won its Northeast Conference final. However, it had already clinched an automatic berth because the finalist it beat tonight, Mercyhurst, 79-70, was not yet eligible for the NCAAs. Selection Sunday for the NCAA tournament is this Sunday. By the way, the Jets acquired quarterback Geno Smith from the Raiders, but as we all know, especially now, trades and signings are not yet official until Wednesday when the new league year begins. Back to you.
The Jets might say, you know what, we've looked at his stats, and he's no good, and we're going to rescind the trade.
Yeah, we just looked at all his highlights from when he was here previously.
Yes.
We said, never mind. Bam Adebayo is Bam out of scoring on y'all. What is going on? Kobe, 81. Am I worried, Rob G? Man, he's already at the free throw line, 13 seconds into the 4th. Man, we'll keep you. I guess who knew we had to have Bam watch? We'll keep you updated on this.
I knew him when he was with Pebbles' boyfriend. That's all I knew.
Yeah, Bam Bam was out there, beating up her boyfriends. All right. Okay. You just gave him. I told you. I literally said don't say anything, Rob. It's the Odd Couple. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. All right, we're joined now by Dr. David Chow. He's going to help us break down some things that are happening specifically with Maxx Crosby, who apparently failed his physical with the Ravens and now is back to the Raiders. Dr. Chow, how are you?
I'm doing great. And just as a reminder, all these free agent signings aren't final until the physical is passed.
And in the NFL, it's big. Like we saw the Lakers got a trade
with
canceled,
Williams,
right?
yeah,
with
last year.
Yeah, because Mark Williams because of an injury. So these things can happen, and when they do the physicals, because I think somebody was asking the question, is it degrees on what teams want to see, or it's just a regular physical and they see something that they think is an issue?
Well, look, first of all, in this particular instance with Maxx Crosby, I've been talking about it for weeks. As Mike Silver has been talking about, he's going to be traded, and I believe Mike Silver completely, and obviously he was traded. I'm saying, what about the physical? Even Monday's podcast, Pro Football Doc podcast, I said, Maxx Crosby doesn't pass a physical today based on the meniscus repair surgery that he had, because it wasn't a trim, it was a repair. Now, the Ravens...
So how do you know that, but they don't know that? Please tell me that the Ravens don't know that and the Raiders don't know that he's not going to pass a physical, Dr. Chow, given what he had happen.
Let me explain that. I am not calling out the Raiders or the Ravens as not knowing what they're doing. What I am saying is that he doesn't technically pass a physical today to get on the football field today. Can he project to pass a physical in the ensuing weeks and or months? Yes, and that's what the assumption, I think, was. But the Ravens then decided, if you want to go down the nefarious path, they changed their mind. If you go down the straightforward path, they are within their right to say, we don't like what we see now that we're seeing it. And my analogy for this, for your listeners out there, is really very simple. If you decide to sell your home or buy a home and you enter escrow, that's agreeing to the trade. Here's this much money for your home. As the buyer, the Ravens, you have the right to inspect the home.
Absolutely.
You have 10 days or 14 days to inspect the home. The seller doesn't need to have lied to you about the roof for you to say, I don't like the way the roof is run down. I don't want to buy this home for X amount of money anymore. I want out of escrow and to exit the sale. The seller, the Raiders, are going to be pissed that you backed out, especially in a marketplace where a lot of the teams that were bidding on Maxx Crosby have now made other free agent moves. Look at the Cowboys or look at other teams. And other free agents have gone off the market. The marketplace is narrowed. It's like your house fell out of escrow after the early summer buying season. Who wants to buy a house in the fall as school's already started, right? And so, of course, the seller, the Raiders, are going to be pissed. But it is within the Ravens' right to say, we don't like the home inspection and we don't like the physical. And the Raiders, as the sellers, don't have to have misrepresented the home or the athlete or the physical for the Ravens to decide we don't like it anymore.
Well,
they're within their right. Goodell will do nothing about this. The Ravens are within their right to do so, but the Raiders are going to be pissed.
Well, what about other teams? Is there any chance somebody says, well, I mean, we knew he had this injury and this surgery, and we'll be willing to take him now for one first-round pick and a sixth-round pick or a fourth-round pick. Do you think that could happen where I don't care what they saw, we'll still take him because we know that he'll be able to play at some point?
Oh, 100%. But you just said it right there. Will it be two firsts anymore? No. And that's what the Raiders are going to be mad at, right?
It's hard for me to believe anybody's putting up two firsts after somebody else said that he failed.
Well, that's why the Raiders are going to be really mad at this, right? And this is what it's going to be. When your home falls out of escrow, you've missed the big summer buying season, and now you're into the fall or winter. You can still sell your home, but probably not at the same price that you were selling it before. So your home is sellable. Maxx Crosby is tradable, but what's the price tag going to be right now? Probably not the same. Not only because of damaged goods, but teams are going to say, look, I've already eaten up my cap space. I've already signed this guy. I've already dealt this draft pick. I've already made other plans to do other things. It's not that the seller's marketplace anymore. It's now a buyer's marketplace on Maxx Crosby because of what's happened here. And so that's unfortunately the way of the world that it happens. Now, it doesn't happen that often. People drop out of escrow on homes all the time, but it's two unknown entities, a buyer and seller who don't know each other. These are 32 or maybe 100 guys in a fraternity that all know each other. There might be some lasting repercussions for the Baltimore Ravens, the guys that said this, and they're going to have to come out and clean up and say, this is what we didn't like about the physical. Nothing's going to happen to the Ravens. The Goodell isn't going to find them. This isn't Baltimore listing Lamar Jackson full practice on a injury report when he was really scout team where they got fined. This is not that. Everything they're doing here is within their complete right, but the Raiders are also right to be pissed about it.
No doubt. Hey, we have to leave it there. Dr. Chow, appreciate your time. And honestly, the escrow and the home analogy was perfect. That really made it make a lot of sense for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No
Appreciate
doubt.
it.
Yeah, he really broke that down. All right. Bam Watch, by the way, he's nearing 70 points. This is absolutely ridiculous. We got to hit on that. And plus, Rob G's going to read some comments. Apparently, everybody says we're soft about this WBC stuff and Cal Riley and all that. We'll talk about that
I'm not soft.
next.
I went to Magic City.
It's the odd couple. Fox Sports Radio.
Two NBA players that are historically played very hard are LeBron James and Steph Curry.
LeBron James.
They were supposed to square off on Saturday night on prime time on ABC. Problem is, Steph's still dealing with the knee injury. Lakers roll by 30. That's not the story. The story is that before that game, on Friday afternoon, Steve Kerr was on the radio in the Bay talking to a friend of ours, Mark Willard. Shout out to Mark Willard.
Shout out to Saw him at San Francisco. Did you guys see him?
That's what I did see, Mark Willard. He
Shout
used
out
to be
to
my
Mark.
old partner
He
when
worked
I
with
first
everybody
started here.
He
We love
literally
Mark.
had. Like, I've done shows with him, Mark. Yes.
Legitimate friend of the show. So Kerr was on Willard's radio show, 98.7 The Game, and Willard asked Kerr, tell us, in your opinion, how you think the game has changed, or how these two specifically have changed the game of basketball in their 20 years or so in the NBA. Here's Kerr's response. Take a listen.
Steph has changed the game dramatically with the shooting. I mean, for all the reasons we know. I don't know that LeBron has changed the game as much as Steph, but he sort of took the mantle from, Kobe and Michael Jordan, that guy who is just head and shoulders above everybody athletically, but he's taken it to a new level with the versatility in his game. There's just never been a player like him.
You want to go? You want me to go?
Go ahead.
This is one of those. Steve Kerr is wrong. Steve Kerr is right. Here's what I mean. If we're talking just the actual X's and O's, I will absolutely say Steph Curry has changed the game of basketball. Have you seen a court? Any court? I coached my daughter's YMCA basketball a year or so ago, and what do I see? Little kids jacking up half-court shots. Everybody shooting three. Literally, as I just said that, two different games going on over here. Two different guys shooting threes. Steph Curry changed the game and got guys that take bad shots that they really shouldn't because, Steph along with analytics say 3 is better than 2 and I should shoot this and blah, blah, blah. So absolutely Steph Curry is changing in that regard. Where I will say LeBron changed it is more so on the court and off the court and larger things. I'll explain what I mean. LeBron brought in the player empowerment movement to, for better, for worse, whether you like it, you love it, LeBron started the I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to do this. Let's team up. People don't like it, but that's what happened. LeBron had changed the game in that he was become very, very vocal about things that a superstar at that point lately we started to have where they didn't say anything. And he's became very vocal. He was talking about a lot of social justice issues. In fact, having issues with our current president, the first administration, going back and forth. So LeBron became very vocal, and you started to see guys right up under him start to speak out, including a Steph Curry, speaking out from time to time. So I believe LeBron, in a larger scale, changed things for the bigger player, the more independence for the player, the more beneficial things for the players in the league and as a whole. The actual game play, I do agree that Steph Curry is changing more, because everybody can't walk around, Rob, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 240, 50, 60, best jumper, fastest dude in the league, strong, is top 5 strong dude in the league. That's a freak of nature. But what I can do is fire up some shots. What I can do is dribble, and then shoot. What I can do, come off some screens and shoot. And that was what Steph Curry enabled everybody to do. In college, as we watch, whenever TV has college on, high school, down to just pickup games. People are shooting shots that they never would have before. Those shots would have, if you play ball back in my day, you would have been on the bench. It's a bad shot. Absolutely, Steph Curry changed the game in that regard.
But he changed the game in a bad way. And people can talk about LeBron and player empowerment and some of the other stuff that he was involved in and whatnot that happened. He partly wrecked the All-Star game by not taking part in it and kind of downplaying it, and people followed his lead, and there's other stuff. But Steph Curry changed the game for the worst. Like, Steph Curry has a stain on the game, and I don't care, because part of what you talked about, he was taking ridiculous shots that shouldn't have been taken. Under most circumstances, coaches would have pulled guys out of games just heaving up three-quarter shots, half-court shots, ridiculous shots in moments. And not only did those things be bad, other players who had no business taking those threes also decided.
That's what made it bad.
Right. But because he was making them. And if Steph Curry had missed some of those early on, they probably could have corralled him in and said, dude, what are you doing? Like Steph Curry, you can talk about all those big shots. That dipsy doodle behind the back pass in the
finals.
In the finals was like
threw the trophy out of bounds.
Am I right?
They made a meme, and instead of the ball, it was the trophy.
I mean, like that was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever in a big game like that. He's doing up to Klay Thompson, right? That went out of bounds. But my point is, Mark Willard, I would have said, had Steve Kerr said that. But you mean in a negative way, in a bad way, he wrecked the NBA.
Fox Sports Radio. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, if you do, let me make sure I'm over here with you, damn. Elijah, put the camera on Rob. Not in a little bit. It is the Odd Couple, man. If you miss any of today's show, you'll want to catch the podcast. Just search the Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast right after the show. Today's podcast is going to be posted. Be sure to follow the podcast, rate it 5 stars, and you can even provide a review. Again, just search the Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you're going to find today's full show and the best of version right after we get off the show. So apparently we're getting lit up online on YouTubians and Odd Mob in the comments on YouTube. So we'll do a last comment.
No, we can read these. Yeah, we can read these real quickly before we get to Bam Adebayo.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got a last call too, right?
No, we don't.
No.
That's why I just said
you missed the hole.
I didn't hear
you missed the hole.
I couldn't hear you. That's why I asked
God.
you. I didn't hear
God.
you.
What
you
you
know
mean,
what?
no
Everything's
call?
going on. So
There's so much going on right now,
Okay.
and here we go. It's just some of the ones that you guys wanted to hear about how wrong you were about the WBC. Did you know Kelvin and Rob be kissing before the show and dapping each other up?
Oh God,
that is true.
that is not true.
It's probably a polar opposite.
Go get him, Rob G. Let him know. And one person says Rob G looks soft. What sport did you play? Someone else
See,
says
Rob G.
Someone else
they
says.
Look at you. They said this guy talking all his bravado, and he's soft as a donut.
Someone else says Odd Couple. It's mental as much as physical. Not my problem. That's right.
Nah, I guarantee you every single person who said it ain't not dapping up their homie.
Someone else says they were not on the same team at the particular time. All bets are off. You guys are soft. Calvin and Robbie, I'd know they kissing each other before the show.
What's up with all that?
Yeah. Bump all y'all. Thank you, Odd Mob. Bam is at 70.
3-0.
Yeah, because I told you it's the Cal Riley.
That's
karma.
right. When they get
Should've
their
dapped
clock
up your homie.
That's right. I told you what I would have done. I ain't gonna say it on the air, but I would have. And you doubt me for 1 minute? You
Nah, I
don't doubt
actually
me.
You're not about to make me look crazy on TV. national TV, world TV.
Alex, you don't doubt me either.
Bam is at, I
don't.
think it is 72 now. If he makes this free throw, it could be 70. He's at 73 with 5:46, and Eric Spoelstra is fully in the go crazy, Bam, we don't care. Oh, 72, he missed the first free throw. So they're in full on, we don't give a dang, take as many shots as you want. They're at 137, 110 on the Wizards. Again, 5:30 left in this game.
I would do anything possible to stop him from getting 83.
ABB.
80, right?
Anybody but Bam if you're the Wizards?
If I'm the other team, no, if I'm the Wizards, I'm not letting Bam Adebayo, whatever. Bam.
I was wrong.
Right. I'm not allowing him to pass Kobe. I'm just not. I'm going to do whatever I can to stop him.
No, it's got to be a 15th man on the bench who's in street clothes. Hey, somebody go get him a jersey right now. Go in there, and your only job is to foul him and get him out this game.
This is what I would do if I'm the other coach. 3 guys blanket him and just leave the other guys open.
But the problem is he can't get fouled. I mean, he shot over 30 free throws now, I believe it is.
He has shot 34 free throws.
Yeah, so it's like he's in that I'm going to draw a foul. So here we go. Let's see if they give it to him. And this is
no, but
I did not have Bam Adebayo scoring 72 on my bingo card.
Look, see, I would put 2 guys on him.
Oh, they are. ABB.
Does this count as ethical basketball at this point?
Oh, ethics are big going on this one.
Because they're up by 25
points. Because Kobe's
with
81,
5 minutes.
he actually had to score that. Like,
Yeah.
they were up, the Lakers,
please.
but he had to keep doing it.
This is an indictment of how easy it is to score in the NBA. He had 31 points in the first quarter.
Somebody got
in the first quarter.
Come on,
31 points in the first quarter. I covered that 2004 Pistons team when they used to give up less than 70 points in the whole game. He got 31 in the first quarter.
If Bam ends up, because right now he's going to be at 30 free throws made after these 2.
Yeah.
He's at 30 of 37 from the free throw line.
74 points with 5:20. He's absolutely breaking Kobe.
So the question becomes, he's taken almost 40 free throws by now. The team is going to end up with at least 150 points. When Kobe had his 81, he took 20 free throws, and the Lakers as a team scored 122.
And your point? He's still.
I'm saying, does that change the way you feel, or does it say, hey, it doesn't matter? Bam got 82.
People won't respect it because it was Kobe. You know what I mean?
You just touched on it.
Like they won't
right
respect
now.
it because it was Kobe. But you can't take away that he scored more points in a game.
I mean, didn't Luka put up 77 or something the year or 2 ago? I think Luka put up like 77. Yeah, this is remarkable because there's a couple of reasons. One, I don't give a dang who you are, when you are. Scoring 80-something points in the game is crazy. 2, we don't look at Bam as a scorer, right? Kobe is, some people say, the greatest scorer ever. Top 1, top 2, top 3. So him doing that is kind of par for the course for what Kobe did. So that was what made it remarkable. But Bam, we don't look at Bam as a scorer. Never in your life did you think Bam is a really good player in the NBA.
He ain't no 80-point scorer.
That's what makes it like, Bam? If I called you and told you, Rob G, I know you've been sick, you've been under weather or something, but by the way, you ain't been keeping up with the phone and all that. Luka dropped 80. You'd go, oh, yeah, that's Luka. Hey, Steph hit 23s and went crazy. Oh, yeah. Bam was not on your bingo card.
Man, Luka had 73.
It was 73, okay.
On 25 of 33 shooting. He only attempted 16 free throws. I think Bam took more than 16 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But, yeah, that Luka game was nuts.
That was the Hawks,
70, right? I think it was the Hawks.
73, 10, and 7
It's
in
just
that game.
bad. I like that. Really? Like, seriously, here they are.
He's going to break it.
And they're not even trying to stop him. They're
he's just chucking threes
at any chance they get.
Yeah, why are they fouling him, by the way? Giving him 2 free
Alex,
points.
what did I say?
Abu Dhabi, Bam, that's his new nickname for me. Bam Abu Dhabi is my new nickname for Bam Adebayo.
Bam.
You know what he said, Alex? A wop babaloo baba wop bamboo. That's what you just said. A wop babaloo. Does he get
Why
it?
y'all always got to highlight my mistakes? I don't make that many mistakes.
Here it is. Here's a layup. Another layup.
And a foul.
Oh, my God. Did they just foul?
Yeah. He's about to go for 84.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?